There we go. How is it going, guys? And welcome to my Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest Europa League semi-final second leg watch-along. Tonight is a big night for both English clubs trying to get to the Europa League final. Forest have a 1-0 advantage from the first leg, but tonight it's at Villa Park. It's going to be a cauldron, I'm sure of it. And I'm really looking forward to this game. Obviously, English teams in Europe. I mean, I don't mind if it's like Villa or Forest, for example, tonight, or even Palace in the Conference League as well tonight. But when it's teams like Arsenal, Man City, obviously, don't really want them to win. But honestly, I don't mind who wins tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. I just want some goals. That is all I want. I only got 2 in the Bayern PSG game last night. Only got 1 in the Arsenal game on Tuesday. So it would be nice if we got some goals tonight. Could see extra time, could see penalties. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure it's going to be a great game and a very tense game. Obviously, Villa have been successful in Europe. I mean, both these teams have been successful in Europe before. Villa have won the European Cup. Forest have won it twice. So these two teams know how to do it in Europe, but they haven't done it for a while. So it's a big night, a massive night indeed. I'm going to quickly go through the team news. We've got about 12 minutes till kick-off at Villa Park. So for Villa, in goal, of course, Emi Martinez. Left back, Lucas Digne. Right back, Matty Cash. 2 centre-backs, Pau Torres and Ezri Konsa. The midfield is fairly interesting. Victor Lindelof is in the midfield tonight. There is no Amadou Onana as he came off injured in the first leg last Thursday at the City Ground. Yuri Tillemans, of course, with Morgan Rogers in the 10, John McGinn, the captain, on the right, Emi Buendia on the left with Ollie Watkins up front. For Forest, Stefan Ortega in goal, Nico Williams at left back, Jair Cunha starts at right back, centre-back partnership of Morato and Nikola Milenkovic. Midfield 2, same as the midfield 2 in the first leg, Nicholas Dominguez and Elliot Anderson. Amari Hutchinson starts again. He was brilliant in the first leg. I'm sure he'll be looking to have a similar impact. James McAtee starts tonight. He started against Chelsea on Monday and he keeps his place. There is no Morgan Gibbs-White in tonight's starting 11 for Forest, but he is on the bench, which is very important. And obviously if Forest at any point tonight are losing, it's not a bad option to bring off the bench, is it? Gibbs-White has been in fine form recently. Obviously got a injury, collided with Robert Sanchez in the win against Chelsea on Monday. But he's not fit enough to start, but I'm sure he will come on at some point tonight. And then if Forest have gone with a front 2, same as the first leg, Igor Jesus, who is their top scorer in the Europa League this season, and captain tonight, Chris Wood. In terms of injuries, obviously no Amadou Onana for Villa. He came off in the first leg and he's not fit enough to be involved tonight. Boubacar Kamara has been out since about January, so he won't play again this season. For Forest, they have quite a few injuries. No Zach Abbott, who obviously came off for Forest against Chelsea with concussion as he collided with Jesse Derry. No Ola Aina in the squad tonight. No John Victor, the third choice keeper. He's been out since January. No Nicolas Savona. He's out for the rest of the season. No Willy Bolly and no Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think they would have liked to have Hudson-Odoi for tonight, obviously, because Gibbs-White is on the bench as well. I'm sure that Hudson-Odoi would have started tonight. But still, it should be a very good game. And obviously, not ideal for Villa having no Onana, having to play Lindelof in midfield. That is certainly going to be interesting. Obviously, Lindelof was at United for a long time. He wasn't bad, just wasn't great. Yeah, he was okay. He was okay. He was at us for quite a while. I think it was 7 seasons at United, 7 or 8 seasons. But yeah, he's been mostly a rotation player for Liverpool. He's mostly been a rotation player for Aston Villa this season. But he's got a big job tonight, starting in midfield in a European semi-final, one of Villa's biggest games for a long while. So yeah, we'll see how he handles it. But apart from no Lindelof, it's pretty much Villa's full strength team. If you just have either Kamara or Onana next to Tillemans, that's probably Villa's strongest team. Maybe Maatsen for Digne, but apart from that, I don't think you can argue too much about it. Yeah, Forest going 2 up front again. They have gone 2 up front in their last few games and it has worked a treat. They've won their last 5 games in all competitions. Beat Porto in the second leg of the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Then they beat Burnley 4-1. Beat Sunderland 5-0, beat Villa in the first leg by a goal to 0, and then obviously on Bank Holiday Monday beat Chelsea 3-1. So it is certainly going to be, it's obviously Forest looking for 6 wins in a row, but they don't have to win tonight. They've got the 1 goal advantage from the first leg, so we'll have to wait and see. There is a poll in the chat. Who do you think goes through tonight? My prediction, I think Forest do it. I'm not just. I mean, part of the reason why is obviously because they've got a goal advantage, but their form has been brilliant recently. And Villa have been really poor. They've lost their last 3 games in all competitions. And for those of you who watched the Villa's game against Spurs, oh my God, they were terrible. Particularly that first half, didn't have a single shot against a Spurs team who, coming into that game, were 18th. Now they're 17th, which is still not great, but yeah, I mean, Villa were absolutely shocking. Their first shot on target in that game, and their only shot on target, was Emi Buendia's header. But ultimately, it meant nothing because they didn't win the game. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one tonight. I wish this was the final, to be honest. The winner of tonight's tie will play over Freiburg or Braga in where is the final being held at? I think it's in Istanbul, isn't it? I think it's in Besiktas' stadium. Yeah, Istanbul, Turkey for the final. Either Aston Villa or Nottingham Forest against Braga or Freiburg, which is the other Europa League semi-final tonight, which I will update you on. I'll also update you on the Conference League, as that is also going on tonight. Crystal Palace 90 minutes away from a European final. They're 3-1 up against Shakhtar Donetsk from the first leg last week, and you'd think at Selhurst Park with a 3-1 advantage, they should see it through tonight. And in the other Conference League semi-final, Strasbourg, Gary O'Neill's Strasbourg, who obviously used to manage Bournemouth and Wolves, they host Rayo Vallecano, and Strasbourg are 1-0 down. So, I mean, I quite like it. Bloody hell, I'd quite like a Strasbourg Crystal Palace final tonight. They've already played each other in the Conference League, and Strasbourg won that 2-1, but that was under Liam Rosenior before obviously he went to Chelsea. So yeah, but it should be a great night of European football and a very tense night of European football as well. Got about 6 minutes till kick-off. I must say, Forest's record at Villa Park is not great. They've played there 7 times. They've never won at Villa Park, ever. They've played there 7 times, drawn 2, lost 5. So, not ideal for Forest, but as I've already said, they don't need to win tonight. If they get a draw, they've done it. They're in the European final, and they'll be 90 minutes away from a European trophy and Champions League football next season. People forget about that with the Europa League, but yeah, obviously if you don't qualify for the Champions League via your league position, obviously if you win the Europa League, you get Champions League. So it's an incredible... Obviously, Villa are pretty much there for Champions League. But if Villa win the Europa League and they finish 5th, which they currently are in the Premier League, 6th place in the Premier League will play Champions League football next season. And right now, 6th place, I believe, is Bournemouth. Yeah, it is. Imagine Bournemouth in the Champions League next season. It is possible. So either way, that's what I mean. I don't mind who goes through tonight. I don't mind, honestly. Because I do think whoever goes through tonight will win the final. I think both these teams are too strong for Braga and Freiburg. Forest did lose to Braga in the league phase 1-0, but I think Forest missed a penalty that game. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Villa Park is bouncing. Oh, they got the fireworks going. That's interesting. They got the flames as well. It seems like a brilliant atmosphere at Villa Park tonight. Why fireworks though? If you go through, that's fine, but it is quite risky doing that. But yeah. One of the biggest nights in Aston Villa's history it is. I mean, when was the last time Villa won a trophy? It's been a very long while. Same with Forest. So, yeah. Don't think it's possible for Villa to play as bad as they did against Spurs. Think they win in 90 minutes, but see if they win by more than one. Might go extra time. Honestly, I would love it to go extra time. Maybe even penalties. I'm here for the drama. And obviously that means a longer stream as well. So that'd be great. But... I said Forest will go through, but I didn't actually give you guys a scoreline. I think it'll be 1-1. Yeah, 1-1 draw, so Forest will win 2-1 on aggregate. I don't think it'll go to extra time. I think it'll be done in 90 minutes. I think Villa go 1-0 up in the first half, and then Forest equalise in the second half. Equalise on the night, and then go 2-1 up in the tie, and it will stay like that, I think. I've really not been impressed by Villa lately. 3 defeats in a row in all competitions. 1-0 to Fulham, 1-0 to Forest, and 2-1 to Spurs. I mean, they cannot play as bad as they did against Spurs, because if they do, they will 100% go out tonight. Because Forest are brilliant. Forest are one of the most informed teams in the Premier League at the moment, and obviously they've won their last 5 in all competitions. The players are now walking out the tunnel at Villa Park onto the pitch for a massive night of European football. An all-English clash. What more could you ask for on a Thursday night? An all-English clash in the Europa League semi-finals. Let's hope Crystal Palace go through tonight as well in the Conference League. I mean, they should do. They're 3-1 up. Yeah. And again, if Palace win the Conference League, they'll play Europa League next season. I saw some reports earlier that Andoni Iraola is close to becoming the new Crystal Palace manager. Apparently that's not true, but I saw it break earlier. I was like, surely not. I mean, I honestly think that'd be a backward step for Iraola. Obviously, he's leaving Bournemouth, and Marco Rose is going to be Bournemouth's new manager from the start of next season. But Iraola could definitely manage one of the biggest clubs, one of the big clubs in world football. Man United, Man City. I think he's good enough for teams like... I think he could manage Real Madrid, genuinely. I know it sounds crazy, but the job he's doing at Bournemouth, considering the fact he lost his whole defence in the summer. Kirkes went to Liverpool, Huijsen went to Real Madrid, Zabani went to PSG, Kepa went back to Chelsea, then went to Arsenal. They lost their entire back line. Obviously they replaced them, but obviously they replaced Kepa with Petrovic, Kirkes with Truffert. They didn't really replace Huijsen. They got they had Senesi. They have Senesi and James Hill. They haven't really replaced Huijsen and Zabani. They had Marcos Senesi and James Hill were at the club last season as well. So yeah, but the fact that they've come in and done as well as they've done is brilliant. Yeah, it looks like Senesi could be going to Tottenham as well, which would be, I think, a backward step as well. But obviously it depends if they stay up. Yeah, we've got about 1 minute till kickoff at Villa Park. Let me know your predictions in the chat, or of course vote on the poll. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I believe we're on 284 subscribers. I'm sure we can get to 285 tonight. Let's hope so. But yeah, thank you to you guys. The support has been amazing. For those of you who didn't see, I posted a video earlier on my channel. It's only about 5 minutes. It is my Championship playoff semi-final preview. Obviously, you've got Hull, Millwall and Middlesbrough, Southampton. Go check it out. It is on my YouTube channel. Posted it about 2 hours ago. I think it's a pretty good video. Only 5 minutes, but yeah. If you want to see my it was my preview and my predictions for the Championship playoff semi-finals. So yeah, go and check that out after this if you want. And also, another watch along tomorrow. Yes, it is the start of the Championship playoff semi-finals. Hull City against Millwall, the first leg at the MKM Stadium. I will be doing a watch along for that, and I hope to see you there. But obviously, for now, we've got Villa Forest to look forward to. It should be kicking off any minute now. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I want goals. I want drama. I want tension. I want everything tonight. Because honestly, the second leg of the Champions League, it wasn't great, was it? Arsenal beat Atletico 1-0, and that was, I mean, both legs were boring. And Bayern PSG, I think, failed to live up to the expectation. But yeah, look, I mean, still, 6-5 on aggregate is a lot of goals, but obviously 9 of them came in the first leg. I don't think Bayern PSG was that bad last night, but I just expected more goals, considering obviously the fact that PSG went 1-0 up in the first 3 minutes through Ousmane Dembele. And then the other goal in the game was in the 94th minute from Harry Kane when it was too late. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get goals tonight though. I'm not just saying that because I want goals, but I'm sure we will. I only got 1 goal in the first leg, obviously. That was Chris Wood's penalty. I really hope it's not a 0-0. That'd be so boring. I mean, if you're a Forest fan, you'd absolutely snap your hand off for a 0-0. But yeah, I really don't want a goalless draw. That would not be very good. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, Villa can't afford a 0-0. They have to win the game. But they could win this second. They could still go out because they could lose on penalties. That's what I mean. I honestly think it was so crucial for Forest getting that goal in the first leg through Chris Wood's penalty. What was Digne doing for that penalty incident as well? Like, honestly, it was mental. It was going out for a goal kick, and obviously Hutchinson managed to keep it in, and then Digne's got his arm up like that. Of course it's going to be a penalty. Never 0-0. I mean, I don't think it'll be 0-0, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Not because these teams can't score goals, but it'd just be typical, wouldn't it? But now, I think I've said 1-1 and Forest go through 2-1 on aggregate. Yeah, I'll make sure to keep an eye on the other European semi-finals taking place tonight. I can do my predictions for that as well. I think I'm going to go Braga to knock out Freiburg in the other Europa League semi-final. Braga are 2-1 up from the first leg. I'm going to go Palace to knock out Shakhtar in the Conference League semi-final. And in the other Conference League semi-final between Strasbourg and Rayo Vallecano, I'm going to back Strasbourg. So I think it'll be Nottingham Forest Braga Europa League final and Crystal Palace Strasbourg Conference League final. But we'll have to wait and see. Sometimes my predictions go well, sometimes they don't. So we will have to wait and see. We are about to kick off here at Villa Park for a massive European night under the lights, and we are underway. Aston Villa against Nottingham Forest. Forest leading 1-0 from the first leg. Let's see how this goes then. An all-English European semi-final. What more could you ask for on a Thursday night? And it's already out for a goal kick. Yeah, Villa, I think, need a quick start. I think the first goal is obviously very important in this second leg, because if Forest get it, I honestly think, well, I don't think it'll be tie over, but Forest have been so good defensively in recent games. Obviously, kept a clean sheet against Sunderland, kept a clean sheet against Villa in the first leg, only conceded 1 against Chelsea, and that was in the close to stoppage time. Conceded 1 against Burnley and none against Porto. Yeah, Forest have only conceded 2 goals in their last 5 games. This could be a chance already for Villa. Watkins has it in the box. He's gone out. It's a really poor pass. And it's going to be a free kick. John McGinn gives it away. The Villa captain. Yeah, I mean, Unai Emery is an absolute demon when it comes to Europa League semi-finals. So, again, I can definitely see Villa going through. I just think Forest... their form recently has impressed me so much. Vitor Pereira, by the way, what a job he's done. Genuinely, what a job he's done. I know I keep saying it, but I was not a fan of the appointment. I know he did well at Wolves last season when he came in, but that Wolves team, when they had like Cunha, Semedo, Strand Larsen, Ait Nouri, they should have been nowhere near relegation. Obviously, they're going down this season, but they have lost a couple of... Obviously, they lost a couple of key players. This could be a chance for Forest, maybe. It's Hutchinson. Has he still got it? It's a bit of a scramble. And then Buendia finds Cash. Yeah, let me know your predictions in the chat, guys. For a big night ahead at Villa Park. Yeah, big night for Victor Lindelof as well. He hasn't started a lot of games this season. And obviously when he has started, it's been as a centre-back, but he's playing in the midfield tonight. When they showed the formations just before the game, it said that Villa were playing a 3-5-2. But early on, it looks like it is Lindelof in the midfield with Tielemans. I mean, it could be a 3-5-2. It could be Tielemans, McGinn and Buendia. Or it could be like a 3-4-1-2, potentially, with Buendia playing as the 10, Tielemans and McGinn, midfield 2. And then obviously you've got Digne and Cash, the wing-backs, with... But I don't think it'll be a Rodgers and Watkins front 2. No, I'm not sure about that. That's a foul on Watkins. Yeah, it does look like it is Lindelof in the midfield. I mean, who else have Villa got? I know they've got injuries, but they could have played John McGinn next to Tielemans. I know McGinn's been playing as a right winger, but he can play as a midfielder as well. Who else? Oh, Bogard. Yeah, I'm surprised Bogard isn't starting in the midfield. Or they could have just played John. They could have dropped John McGinn next to Tielemans, had Tielemans McGinn midfield duo, and then had either Bailey or Sancho on the right. I know Bailey and Sancho have been great, but you'd rather play players in their actual position, right? Especially in a massive game. But yeah, McGinn puts the free kick in. It's not bad. Oh my god! It almost went all the way in. I don't know if Konsa was going for the header or if he was letting it go through, but that was so close for Villa. 3.5 minutes in. Let's see. Brilliant ball in from McGinn. Oh, Konsa, any sort of touch towards goal and it's probably in. Did he go for the touch? Not. He doesn't really go for the touch. I think he just let it roll. I think he just let it went all the way through, hoping that it would find its way in. But it just went wide. Decent chance there for Villa early on. I think they definitely need to score the first goal in this tie. Obviously, Matty Cash there on the ball. He's playing against his former club as well. He spent a few years at Forest before joining Villa. He's been at Villa for quite a while. I think this is his 6th season at Villa. Oh, okay. Buendia just smashed the ball out of Forest player's hand there. No, it's early on in the game, but you don't want to be time wasted. Maybe it is Lindelof in a back three. Because Konsa's got the ball here and Lindelof's next to him as the right centre-back. Maybe it could be, I think in possession it will probably be a back three. And then out of possession it will be Lindelof will go into midfield. Potentially. Yeah, Vitor Pereira. I mean, I must say, the fact that obviously he got sacked by Wolves in November, obviously they were bottom of the league at that point. I'm quite surprised he got the Forest job. I didn't think he would get it based on how he did earlier this season, but fair play. Seems like a very good appointment. 8 wins in 16, 50% win percentage. They haven't lost for almost 2 months as well, Forest. I think they're on a 10-game unbeaten run in all competitions, which is very impressive numbers, considering it has been a tough season for them in the league. But in the Europa League, could potentially get into a final. Could potentially be getting to a final, yeah. Here is Jair Cunha, who didn't actually start the first leg. It was Ola Aina, but Aina is unavailable tonight due to injury. Is that going to go out for a corner? Or Hutchinson's managed to get there. That's never a free kick. Get up. But he's got the throw in. Oh, wow. Very interesting. In the other Europa League semi-final tonight between Freiburg and Braga, Braga have just gone down to 10 men inside 7 minutes. Braga lead 2-1 from the first leg. They scored a very late goal in the first leg at home. But they are down to 10 men. I mean, that is a terrible start, really. Obviously, you still got the 1 goal advantage, but you're going to be under the cosh for most of the game now, I presume. I mean, could you imagine they were losing the tie and they got that red card? That would have been a travesty. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hutchinson tries the first time cross, but it's too far for Chris Wood. I must say, Forest have quite a few good strikers, don't they? Obviously, Chris Wood has been injured for most of this season, but scored 20 goals in the Premier League last season. Igor Jesus has scored 16 in all competitions, and 7 of them have come in the Europa League. He's Forest's top goal scorer in this competition. And even Taiwo Awoniyi scored 2 against Chelsea, didn't he? He hasn't scored as many goals as... He hasn't scored a lot, Awoniyi, but... It feels like whenever he comes off the bench, he always scores. He came off the bench against Brentford and scored, came off the bench against Tottenham and scored, and obviously scored twice against Chelsea. And he won the penalty. He was involved in all 3 of Forest's goals. Be interesting to see if he comes on at any point. I still can't believe that Forest team that made 8 changes. They weren't really taking that game seriously. They were putting all their focus onto this game. But they managed to win 3-1. I mean, you take it all day long. And it's funny because they were only like a few points above Spurs before that game. Obviously, getting the 3 points was very crucial. Now they're pretty much safe. I think they're 8 points ahead of the relegation zone. Is it 8 points? It's something like that. But yeah, I would say one more. No. Is it? I think it's 5 points. Is it 5 points or 8 points? It's one of the two. Just have a quick look. Forest are on 42, Tottenham... Oh, wait, no. They're 6 points ahead of West Ham. I completely forgot West Ham are in the relegation zone. It's not Tottenham, is it? But yeah, West Ham on 36, Tottenham on 37, Forest on 42. So with 3 games to go, Forest are 6 points clear. They are safe. They could lose their last 3 games and still stay up. They'll be absolutely fine. Oh, Palace have scored. That should be tie over now. Yeremy Pino has given Palace the lead 10 minutes in. They're 4-1 up now on aggregate, Oliver Glasner's side, and I think it's fair to say Crystal Palace will be playing in the Conference League final in Leipzig on May the 27th, which is incredible. And I know the English teams are always expected to do well in the Conference League, but Palace have had a few dodgy games in this tournament this season. They lost at home to Larnaca in the league phase, lost to Strasbourg, drew to a team called Kups, K-U-P-S, yeah. And if they won that game, they probably would have got in the top 8. I'll tell you what, that's a good ball to Hutchinson. This could be a chance for Forest. It's Hutchinson! Oh, it's just wide. What an effort that was from the winger. Really good effort. Got a lot of whip on that shot. I must say, what a ball. I think it's James McAtee with the ball. That's a brilliant pass. It falls to Hutchinson. He cuts in. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Just wide. Martinez was rooted to the spot. He would have had absolutely no chance. So much curve. He knows how close that was as well. What a start that would have been for Forest to go 2-0 up on aggregate 10 minutes in. But yeah, as I was saying about Palace, yeah, they have had a few dodgy games. Even in the knockout stages, they drew at home to Larnaca in the last 16 first leg. Oh, good defending from Pau Torres. I think it was the last 32, it was the playoff round where Palace drew the first leg 1-1 to a team called, I think it was Zrinski Mosta, a team from Finland, yeah. So they have had those dodgy games, but to be fair, they absolutely battered Fiorentina, didn't they? 3-0 in the first leg. Lost the second leg, but ultimately the damage was done in the first leg. But yeah, it's going to be great to see Palace in the European final. One of my dad's best mates is a Palace fan as well. So, Gary, if you're watching, hope you're well. But yeah, that's great for Palace. I'm delighted for them. And it could be another trophy for Oliver Glasner. Obviously, he's leaving at the end of the season. But what a job he's done. I wonder where he'll go, because obviously he decided to leave in like October, but then announced it in January. I wonder where he'll go. I think when it was announced, obviously United, we were looking for a manager. I think we were linked with Glasner when Amrim got sacked. But yeah, I wouldn't want Glasner at United, definitely not. I think he's a good manager, but it's the fact that he plays a back three. United should never be playing a back three. Those days are long gone, and I hope we never play back three again. Here is Ollie Watkins on this left-hand channel. Here is Watkins, and it's going to be a Villa corner. Two of them, Chris as well. Oh yeah, Chris, if you're watching as well, hope you're well, mate. He was saying today that Palace might go down low. Really? Palace are fine for... I don't think Palace are anywhere near relegation. Well, no, actually, I think they are. Let's have a look. Yeah, because they've been... Palace's league form has been a little bit inconsistent, hasn't it? Oh, no. I've just seen that Yeremy Pino's goal has been ruled out for offside. I've only just noticed that. So stay... Oh, header! Oh, good save from Ortega to deny Pau Torres' header. But yeah, it's still 0-0 between Palace and Shakhtar. But obviously Palace have still got a 3-1 advantage from the first leg. From the first leg. Yeah, where are Palace in the league, just quickly, before Villa take this corner again? Oh, they're 15th. Bloody hell. 15th. They're 7 points. No, they'll be fine. They're 7 points above with 9 points to play for. Again, they could lose their last 3 games and they'll probably stay up. But I think their main focus has been on the Conference League this season. But obviously, if they get into the Europa League by winning the Conference League, I think they'll be in a similar position in the league again next season. But Palace always finish like between 10th and 14th. Like they've never finished as high as 10th, and they've never finished like below 14th, I think, or below 15th. Yeah, it's always in that middle section of the Premier League table, always. But yeah. Corner whipped in from McGinn. Good punch out from Ortega. Buendia with the header. Watkins shot, and it's cleared away by Chris Wood, I think it was. Couple of half chances there for Villa. Here's Yuri Tillemans. Surely got to look to cross in. There's a lot of Villa players in the box. Here's Matty Cash, the ex-Forest man. Here's John McGinn. He's got to look to cross it in, surely. He does cross it in. It's not a bad ball, but it's a really good header away from Morato. But Villa keep it alive. Here's Buendia. Buendia, that's not a bad ball, but it's too far for Pau Torres, and it goes out for a Forest goal kick. Could you imagine if Palace won the Conference League and got relegated? I know it's unlikely to happen, but you could say the same for Forest. Like, Forest could still go down. Imagine if Forest go down and they win the Europa League. How would that even work next season? Champions League in the Championship. Because whenever there are Champions League midweek, because obviously Champions League is always midweek. Whenever there's Champions League games, there's always Championship games. Like, their schedule would be mental. They'd be literally playing like 3 games a week. But again, I've never seen that before, where a Championship team plays Champions League football. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I don't think it's going to happen though. I could definitely see Forest winning the Europa League, but they're not going to go down. They'll be fine. I mean, their last 3 games, they've got Newcastle at home on Sunday, and they've got Man United away, game week 37, and then last game they've got Bournemouth at home. Not the easiest of games, but they've got... But I didn't think they beat Chelsea, and they did. I didn't think they beat Sunderland 5-0, and they did. So yeah, they've been very good. What we'll also find out tonight, I know it's not a big thing, but we'll also find out what games will be scheduled for what, in terms of... So if Villa get to the final tonight, their game against Liverpool, which is scheduled for May the 17th, which is a Sunday, that will be moved to the 15th of May, Friday night, 8 p.m. But if Forest get to the final, it's to allow preparation time for the Europa League final. And if Forest go through tonight, their game against Man United away will be rescheduled to the 15th of May. Because right now, if you looked on the Premier League fixtures, there's 2 games at 12:30 on that Sunday. Buendia shot and comfortable for Ortega. But yeah, there's 2 games at the same time on that Sunday, but one of them will be moved to the Friday night. Yeah, Buendia's shot. I think Dominguez just got a little deflection on that, so it's comfortable for Ortega. About 15 minutes in, I think the best chance of the game so far has definitely been Amari Hutchinson, so close to giving Forest the lead. Nice passing from Forest. Here's Elliot Anderson, who is going to be in very high demand this summer. He's going to cost so much money as well. I think Chris Wood is probably offside there. The flag stays down for now. He's gone down. I don't think there's too much in it. And the flag stayed down, so he might have just kept himself onside. Here's John McGinn. Oh, that's good. Oh, Anderson slipped, and Anderson has committed the foul. And McGinn, oh, wow. McGinn tried to take the quick free kick. Rodgers had it in a good position, but the referee stopped it. No, I don't think the ball was still rolling. Let's have a look here. Yeah, McGinn tries to get past Anderson. Anderson slips, but he's just got hold of him. It's definitely a free kick, but he tried to play it quick. But the referee stopped it. Oh, what's going on here? I think someone's been booked. Has Unai Emery been booked? Or it might be one of Villa's staff members. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if he probably said something to the ref. I don't think it is Emery. I think it's one of his staff. Tyrone Mings is laughing on the bench. That's brilliant. I don't know what was said. Or maybe it was like Emery's... Well, no, but it wasn't... Well, it might have been Emery. I think but I think the referee pointed the yellow card to someone on the bench and Emery was on the touchline. So, yeah, but that was quite funny. Hutchinson makes the interception. Must say, he was brilliant in the first leg. Obviously, won the penalty. It was Digne's handball, but he was the one who kept it in. Yeah, he was brilliant. I think he does need to add more goals to his game, Hutchinson. He's not been like a regular starter this season well, he has recently, but he's not been not all season. He hasn't been. He is Forest's record signing in terms of how much they paid for it. I think it was like 36 million from Ipswich. And don't get me wrong, I mean, he was all right for Ipswich last season, but 35 million is a lot of money for someone who didn't score that many goals last season at Ipswich. But the season before in the Championship, he was very good. Well, there's been a goal in the other Europa League semi-final tonight between Freiburg and Braga. Obviously, I told you that Braga went down to 10 men inside 7 minutes, and then just over 10 minutes later, Freiburg have scored. So it's now 2-2 on aggregate. And you'd have to say it is definitely advantage to the German side. And there's a yellow card here for, I think that's Morato. Yeah, Morato's been booked very early on in this game as well. McGinn with a delightful back heel. Yeah, that was brilliant. It was Morato on Rodgers. Did he get the ball? I think he might have got a toe on the ball. I think that was a little bit harsh. But yeah, it is a yellow card for the Brazilian centre-half. Obviously, Forest still don't have Murillo. I don't know if he's going to be back for the final if Forest get there. If he is, that'd obviously be huge for them. But I think Morato's done alright. I think he played well in the first leg. But yeah. Villa got another free kick. Tielemans whips it in. And it goes out for another goal kick. Yeah, just too much there for Matty Cash to get to it. Yeah, Villa's record of Villa Park in European competition is unbelievable. They've won 9 consecutive home European matches, which is based on the last 2 seasons. Oh my God. They've just shown Morgan Gibbs-White on the bench. Obviously, he's not starting tonight. He's got like a massive cut going down his forehead and he's got a black eye. That surely he doesn't come on, right? It's funny because he's the one in my thumbnail, as you can see. No, not there. Yeah, there. That's Morgan Gibbs-White. But yeah, it's only a thumbnail. It's fine. I mean, but I'm not being funny. Why would he be on the bench if he's not fit enough to play? That's going to be very interesting. If Forest need him, I'm sure he'll come on. We'll have to wait and see. This could be a chance for Villa. It's Buendia. Is that another free kick? It is another free kick. This time a foul from Dominguez. Yeah, Villa have got quite a few free kicks so far in this first 20 minutes. None of them have come to anything, though. Yeah, I think it was a foul from Dominguez, to be fair. Just seeing the replay. Yeah, Buendia tries a turn. It's good from Buendia. Yeah, it is a free kick. Yeah, it's not going to be a yellow or anything, but yeah, just a warning. I must say, this is a decent position for someone to strike. Who will take this free kick, do we reckon? I reckon Buendia probably will. Yeah, it's just outside the D, so it's a pretty good position. I'd be surprised if whoever takes it doesn't at least test Ortega. Yeah, Ortega obviously he was at City for the first half of this season. He was only in the match day scored once. Obviously, Donnarumma and Trafford were the two main goalkeepers, and then obviously Ortega made the move to Forest. I think he's a good keeper, Ortega. Just he was never going to be number one at City ahead of Ederson, and then obviously Ederson left, and then City brought Donnarumma and Trafford in, and then Ortega became third choice. Yeah, I think Ortega's done well in the Europa League since he joined. I think it's got to be Buendia. It is Buendia. He has scored a free kick this season against Bournemouth in the Premier League in like November time. But I think he actually went with the same technique as well. But it's a good header over the top from Milenkovic. It's going to be another Aston Villa corner. I think this is like their fourth corner so far in this first half. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, guys, and subscribe to the channel. And also turn notifications on so that you never miss a future stream or future upload. Tielemans with the header there, but it's gone wide. I'm not sure if we've hit 285 yet. Oh. Yeah, last time I checked it was 284. I'm sure I'll find out in a minute. Yeah, it's 1 minute away until we're halfway through this first half. Still no goals, which is ideal for Forest, of course. Yeah, Villa have threatened. They have threatened quite a bit, but Ortega hasn't had to make a proper save yet. Yeah, Villa have had 6 attempts to Forest's 1. But you could argue that the one attempt that Forest have had was probably the best chance of the game for Amari Hutchinson. Yeah, Villa have had 2 attempts on target to Forest's none. But again, for Forest, they just need to avoid defeat. And if they don't concede, they've done it. Obviously, it sounds... It's easier said than done, but yeah. Martinez goes along with the kick. That's a very good kick. Watkins couldn't hold it up though. Here's Elliot Anderson. Oh, cheeky nutmeg there from McAtee. Yeah, he hasn't been a regular at Forest, McAtee, has he? I feel like Forest signed way too many attackers in the summer. Obviously, we're going back to the Nuno days, which seems like an age ago. Obviously, yeah, Nuno Espirito Santo managed the first 3 games for Forest this season and then got sacked. Not because of results, but because there was the relationship between him and the owner, Marinakis, who is a mental head, by the way. Yeah, the relationship just... I wouldn't say capitulated, but like it wasn't as strong as it was. And obviously, Nuno, before the season started, was saying in the media that I'm not as close with him as I was last season. And you can't say that about the owner, no matter how well you're doing. But yeah. And obviously Nuno's at West Ham trying to keep him up. Cash with a decent ball in. It's headed away by Milenkovic. Comes out to the captain, John McGinn. Here's Rodgers. Rodgers puts it in and it is dealt with. It's going to be a goal kick. And there has been a goal in the Palace game. Obviously, Palace took the lead inside 10 minutes for Yeremy Pino, but it was ruled out for offside. But they have just scored. I'm just going to quickly see if it has been given. But yeah, Palace have taken the lead 1-0, 4-1 now on aggregate, if it stands. Daniel Munoz with the goal. And if it does count, that should be Crystal Palace through to the Conference League final. Yeah, Daniel Munoz. Oh, apparently it's an own goal. I've just checked. Apparently, yes, it's an own goal from Pedro Henrique. I mean, for Palace, you'll take them as they come, no matter whether it's an own goal. They will not care one bit. They are pretty much there. I can't see Shakhtar scoring 3. I might be wrong. You never know, but I think it's very unlikely. Yeah, Shakhtar are managed by their manager is Arda Turan, who used to play for Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Obviously, Turkish international. Yeah, I only found out about that when I saw Palace drew Shakhtar in the semi-finals. I honestly didn't know that. Buendia puts the ball in, tries to put the ball in, but Cunha makes the block and it goes out for another Aston Villa corner. Surely they've got to take advantage of one of these. I've had so many corners so far. Oh, Cash to take it this time. The set-piece coach is on the touchline with Emery. Yes, Cash, the ex-Forest man, whips it in. It's not bad. Again, it's another good header. Watkins header and Ortega with a fairly comfortable save. And now Watkins has gone down clutching his face. Villa won a penalty. I think it might have been a clash of heads because Morato's down as well. Where are the physios? Yeah, there they are. I wonder where they were. Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. Obviously, Watkins went up for the header, and I think as he was coming back down from the header, I think him and Morato clashed heads. It's not a nice one, is it? That is Morato, isn't it? I think so. If it's not Morato, it's Cunha. But obviously, they're both Brazilian, so yeah. Is Watkins back up? No, he's not. Let's have a... Yeah, they're showing the replay now. Corner came in. Headed away by Milenkovic. Watkins went... Oh, yes. Watkins wins the header, but then... Obviously, when you do that, and then... Yeah, they just clashed heads. That is not... That wasn't nice to see. Seems like Morato is in a better state than Watkins at the moment. Watkins is still down. Morato is sitting up. They're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go off the pitch now. Obviously, yeah. They're just panning to Gibbs White again. That is mental. He's got he's got a massive cut, which is obviously you can't see it because my hair's in the way. But yeah, massive cut going around his forehead, and he's got black eye. I'm really surprised he's on the bench tonight. I didn't. I think he posted on his Instagram the picture of him, but it wasn't as bad as that. No, definitely not. I'm really surprised he's in the squad tonight. Surely it's too risky to bring him on. Because what if he... Yeah, I don't know. But there's obviously a reason he's on the bench. They're not just going to put him on the bench for the sake of it, because they could just put someone else on the bench. But, yeah. Oh God. Watkins has actually got blood on his forehead. It wasn't it was quite a nasty collision. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've just seen it again. They've shown a close-up angle. Watkins wins... Oh, God. Watkins wins the header, and as soon as he wins it... that's not nice at all. I think he's going to be okay, but yeah, that is a nasty head collision between Watkins and Morato there. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to go off the pitch. Yeah, Watkins is still down. He's sitting up now, but yeah, very brave going up for the header though. Obviously managed to get it towards goal, but it was fairly comfortable for Ortega. Has he still got blood coming from his forehead? Or is that his nose as well? That's just the tissue. Yeah, it did look very nasty. I'm sure we'll have some time added on at the end of this first half for that. Yeah, both these teams have played each other twice already in the Premier League this season. At Villa Park, which is obviously the venue tonight, Villa won 3-1. I remember that game well because Forest's goalkeeper at the time, John Victor, who hasn't actually played since that Villa game, for some reason he came out at like 30 yards out of his goal and then and ultimately conceded. Like, it was such a bad decision to make. And the funniest thing is, after he came off injured, I don't know if it was to fake an injury because of the embarrassment, but funnily enough, he hasn't played since then, so it must have been quite a serious injury. But yeah, Villa won that game 3-1. And they played each other recently at the City Ground a couple of weeks ago in the Prem. It was a 1-1 draw. Yeah, it was a Murillo own goal, and I don't think Murillo's played since then as well. And then Forest's goal came from Nico Williams. Yeah, Watkins has got a bandage round his head. Should be able to continue, but he's going to have that on for the rest of the game. Yeah, it seems like Morato's okay. It's Watkins who's come off worse. Wow, Gibbs White's face is awful. Yeah, honestly. I'm still stuck. Oh, the lights are on. There we go. Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised that Gibbs White's on the bench tonight. But who knows, Forest might not need him to come on, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, honestly, his face looks awful. I can totally see why he had to come off against. It was not a nice collision as well with Sanchez. Yeah, Gibbs White came off worse. Yeah, Sanchez had, I think, a cut on his forehead as well, but I don't think he had a black eye, as Gibbs White does. But we are back underway after the mini delay. There is no way he can come on with that. I mean, yeah, you'd think so, but why is he on the bench? I know people say, oh, no, he can still be on the bench, he just won't play. But it's just a waste of a substitute spot. Because there could be like a Forest Academy player who could replace him on the bench. And what a moment that would be for them if they were to be on the bench for a European semi-final. It would be very risky if Gibbs White was to come on with that. I know he's a very important player for Forest, but we'll have to wait and see. Awani, he's on the bench, right? He's sitting next to Ola Aina and Callum Hudson-Odoi, who are both ruled out of this game. I think Awani's on the bench. I don't think he's injured. Torres heads it back to Martinez. Let's just have a quick look. No, wait. Oh, wait, no. No, Taiwo Awani is not on the bench. He's got the Forest tracksuit on like the other substitutes do, but he's not in the squad. I've just checked the bench. That's weird. He didn't come off injured against Chelsea, did he? I don't think he did. He obviously had a very good game, 2 goals and 1 the penalty, so he was involved in all 3. This could be a chance for Forest. It's McAtee, sorry. I was thinking of McAtee, the Ipswich player. Ball in from Williams. Buendia with a good header away. It comes out to Dominguez and the shot is into the stanchion. Yeah, pretty good header away from Buendia, I must say. He's not the tallest player by any stretch, and Chris Wood was in there as well, so good defending from the Argentinian. There has been a goal in the Palace Shakhtar game. Shakhtar have actually equalised thanks to Egunaldo. I think that's or Eginaldo, however you say his name. Yeah, Shakhtar are level on the night, but they are still 4-2 down on aggregate. Still a long way back, but they're in a better position now. I'd be very surprised if Palace let it slip. Like, really, really surprised. The fact they managed to go away to Shakhtar and win 3-1 is impressive in itself. You wouldn't think they would bottle that sort of lead at home. No foul on McGinn. Here is McAtee. And that is going to be a Villa throw-in. Wow. And now McGinn's complaining because he wasn't able to take the throw-in properly. Forest have named 12 subs. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if Gibbs White wasn't on the bench, I suppose like it wouldn't be the end of the world in terms of how many subs you got. But obviously, there's no Awani either. Oh, Buendia slipped. He's still got the ball though. Tielemans. Oh, he could have had a strike there. He can hit them. It's Cash. Cash goes for the strike and it's cleared away. And Forest deal with the danger. Thoughts on the Middlesbrough-Southampton incident? Oh my God, yeah, I saw that earlier. That's amazing. It's like Marcelo Bielsa all over again. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, obviously, Middlesbrough and Southampton are playing each other in the... Oh, it's Tielemans strike and it's wide. Yeah, basically, Middlesbrough and Southampton are playing each other in the Championship playoffs. The first leg's on Saturday, second leg's on Tuesday. And I saw a report earlier that... Was it the... Brady, if you're still here, was it Middlesbrough first team analysis that got caught, or was it Southampton first team analysis that got caught? I think it was Middlesbrough. Yeah, I think it was Middlesbrough's first team analysis got caught watching Southampton's training session. So obviously, because obviously, if you do that, you can take notes, you can study how they're going to play for the game. But obviously, you can't do that. But yeah, he got caught, and I'm very sure he's going to be sanctioned. He's going to be sanctioned with that. Oh, and by the way, speaking of sanctions, Has anyone seen the Real Madrid story? Honestly, Real Madrid at the moment are in an absolute state. Yeah, Aurelien Tchouameni and Federico Valverde had another fight. They had a fight yesterday, and they had another fight today. Southampton's was in the bush. Oh, right. Wait. Oh, really? I thought it'd be the other way around. I thought it was the other way around, and that would have made more sense because obviously Southampton are on better form. Not Burrows, I'm afraid. Ah, that's fine. Oh, this could be a chance. Oh, got to get it away, and he does just about Milenkovic. Oh wow, yeah, I know, it's crazy. I mean, obviously, if you don't get caught, then I mean, you still shouldn't do it, but don't get caught. It's like, oh, Buendia, that's amazing. Chance, it's in! It's Ollie Watkins! And Villa lead. Oh my word, 10 minutes until half-time. And it's Ollie Watkins with the goal. I mean, he's got the bandage around his head, but that has not stopped him scoring. That is a massive goal. And it's Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0, and Villa Park has just absolutely erupted. But can I just say, Emi Buendia, that was absolutely incredible. Yeah, I just had a look only in the Championship. Yeah, Bielsa did that. Well, no, Bielsa didn't do that. One of Bielsa's staff did that with Leeds, going to Spa and Derby when they had Frank Lampard in charge. But yeah, why would you do? Honestly, why would you do that? Like, it's just silly. You're always gonna. Well, you might not always get caught, but like, it's just so risky. Yeah, what happened here? I mean, yeah, Watkins, he's miles onside, plays it to Buendia. I mean, this is unbelievable. Oh my God, that is absolutely incredible. And then Watkins has the tap in. That is an incredible goal. Emi Buendia, that is sensational footwork to get away from Anderson and Cunha. And it is Villa 1, Forest 0. And then Conte headers it away. It falls to Dominguez. Could Forest equalise straight away? No, they can't. But yeah, what was I talking about just before the goal? Real Madrid, yeah. Tchouameni and Valverde had another fight, and they're not going to play in El Clasico at the weekend. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. Yeah, apparently Tchouameni actually punched Valverde. So, yeah, that actually happened. It's true. It's not like it's a fake source or anything. It's actually true. Yeah, I mean, what has happened there? Seriously. Yeah, Real Madrid are just in... They're just not in a good place at the moment, are they? They're going to go trophyless again, and... Yeah, it seems like none of the players respect Arbeloa as well. Honestly, Real Madrid have to get Jose Mourinho in at all costs. Mourinho might not be the best manager in the world anymore, or up there, but what he will do, he won't take any shit from the players. He won't take any of it at all. Jose's ruthless. Yeah, they're just showing the Buendia skills again. That is absolutely sensational. I mean, the defending from Forest isn't great, because it is a simple tap-in for Watkins into the roof of the net. But Buendia, that is absolutely sensational. Look at Unai Emery. He's absolutely loving it. But yeah, honestly, what is going on in football last few days? Another Spygate in the Championship, and now Tchouameni and Valverde boxing match. Yeah, Valverde had to go to hospital as well. He had stitches. Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute mess. Villa coming forward again here with McGinn. It's Watkins. Watkins! Oh, good save from Ortega. It's Rodgers. What is that? I don't know. But it's gone all the way out for a throw. Villa have got momentum now with that goal. This is going to be a very interesting second half if it's 1-0 at half-time. Yeah, it's a good effort from Watkins. Fairly comfortable for Ortega. But yeah. Yeah, it all came from a brilliant line-breaking pass from Tielemans. McGinn did so well to get away from Dominguez. Plays Watkins, takes a touch, and it's just a very good save. It was a decent save from Ortega. I mean, I don't think Forest have been bad. It's just Villa have... I mean, Villa have had to go for it because obviously they needed to score. But I think Forest are capable of scoring 100%. I mean, you could argue they've had the best chance of the game still with Hutchinson. I mean, like a chance that didn't actually go in. And what a start that would have been, because that was literally not even 10 minutes in. It was a really good effort from him. Yeah, it's not a disaster for Forest. Obviously, if Villa score again, it will be. But yes, this tie is still very much in the balance. Here's Elliot Anderson. Rodgers trying to get it off him. Here is Dominguez. Just over 5 minutes until half time plus stoppage time. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Obviously posted a new video earlier, which was my Championship playoff semi-finals preview plus predictions. So if you want to check that out, it is on my channel. Throw-in for Villa now as well. Wow. Oh, I know. Yeah, it is. He pointed. Oh, I don't know. Pereira's taking notes. This is a big second half coming up. I really do hope that it stays like this until half time, because then it is genuinely all to play for. Like it says in my title for the stream, all to play for. Not the best pass from Torres. Too much there for Tielemans to get it. That's a decent ball from Anderson. Oh, Hutchinson is going to get there. Oh, Torres has slipped, but Hutchinson hasn't managed to get past him, and he's done. A few step overs. He's gone out for a throw, and that could have potentially been an opening there for Forest. But they are going to get the throw in. Are they going to do? It's going to be a long throw in or just a casual one. It looks like it's going to be a long throw here from Dominguez. Well, it wasn't really a long throw. It did go into the box, but yeah, Tielemans headers it away, but Jesus and then Buendia should just clear the danger, and he does. But there is no one there to meet it for Villa. So right now, both Europa League semi-finals are heading for extra time. Again, still a long way to go in both of them. Right now, obviously Villa 1, Forest 0. So honestly, I have no idea what the final is going to be at this moment. In the Conference League, as it stands, it's going to be Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano. Here's Anderson, over to Hutchinson. Back to Anderson. Dominguez showing for it. Hutchinson has it again. Yeah, Forest just having a brief spell of possession. They haven't had too many of those this game. It has been mostly Villa doing the attacking. Oh, that's not a bad ball from Morato, but too much on it, and it goes all the way through to Emi Martinez. Yeah, I mean, as it stands, Forest's awful record of Villa Park is going to continue. They've never won it before in 7 meetings, so that's not ideal. But still a long way to go. There has been a goal in the other Conference League semi-final tonight, not involving Crystal Palace, between Strasbourg and Rayo Vallecano. Rayo Vallecano have doubled their lead. So they lead Strasbourg by 1-0 in the second leg, and obviously they won the first leg 1-0. So as it stands, they're 2-0 up in the tie. Obviously Strasbourg managed by Gary O'Neill. And as it stands, it will be Rayo Vallecano Crystal Palace in the Conference League final in Leipzig. I would have preferred Palace Strasbourg, but yeah, again, still a long way to go. It could definitely change, but that's a very important goal for Vallecano, so just before half time. But yeah, I think if it is Palace Vallecano, I think Palace will win. Yeah, if it's Strasbourg, it might be a different story because obviously Palace have lost to Strasbourg this season. But yeah. About 2 minutes till half time here. Tielemans, good pass forward to Watkins. I know I keep mentioning it, but sure. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I did expect the game to go like this. I mean, so far, my prediction is going pretty well. I said it'd be 1-1 after 90 minutes, so Forest go through 2-1 on aggregate. I said Villa would be 1-0 up at half-time, and then Forest score in the second half, and it finishes 2-1 on aggregate. So right now, my prediction is going very well as it stands. But of course, still a long way to go. Here's McGinn. He's so strong, isn't he? And that is a foul from James McAtee. Did McAtee sign for Forest permanently from City? I think he did, yeah. But he doesn't play. What a waste of a free kick that is from Villa. Tried to take it short and then give it away. And then Buendia gives away a free kick, fouls Anderson. Approaching half-time stoppage time. Elliot Anderson is down here. Yeah, Buendia fouled him. Did he catch him at all? Oh, no. He didn't catch him. After the free kick was given, I don't know who it was, but someone accidentally kicked the ball in the back of Anderson's head. Obviously didn't mean to, but yeah, just showing the Buendia skill again. I mean, that is just outrageous. And even the assist as well. He just delays it for a second and then plays it to Watkins, who finishes from close range. I think we'll have a little bit of added time because obviously the Watkins and Morato head injury incident. Yeah, 4 minutes added on at the end of this first half of Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0, 1-1 on aggregate in this Europa League semi-final. Here's Buendia, who's seen a lot of the ball in this first half. That's really good from Igor Jesus, but Villa managed to keep hold of it with Rodgers. Cash looking to make a run forward, but he's completely stumbled and he has lost possession now. And that's a foul from John McGinn, is it? It is, but I don't know why. I don't know why the referee. Oh wow! I don't know why the referee stopped it. The could have just played the advantage. Forest were in a decent position. But yeah, foul from McGinn. Oh, it's not. He does catch him quite late. Not high or anything, but just a little bit late with that challenge. Yeah, I think scoreline being 1-0 going into half time is the perfect scenario because both teams will go for it in the second half and hopefully we'll get a lot of goals. We'll have to wait and see. I say that a lot, don't I? We'll have to wait and see, but it's true. We'll have to wait and see. I tell you what a ball that is to Chris Wood. He's just not gonna hold it up, is he? No, Consa's got it and he finds Buendia. Oh wow! Wow. Okay. There was a goal 7 minutes ago in the other Europa League semi-final, which I completely forgot about. Which I didn't actually see it. Freiburg have doubled their lead against Braga, so it's now 2-0 on the night, and now Freiburg lead 10-man Braga 3-2 on aggregate. So as it stands, it will be Freiburg in the Europa League final. Yeah, this is what I mean. That that red card for Braga has completely ruined them, really. I don't think they'll get back into that now. I mean, it's just a shame, getting a red card so early on in the game and you just know you're going to be under the cosh for most of it. Especially when you're ahead as well. But yeah, it is half-time in the other European semi-finals. Crystal Palace 1, Shakhtar 1, but Palace lead 4-2 on aggregate. Strasbourg 0, Rayo Vallecano 1, Rayo Vallecano lead 2-0 on aggregate, and Freiburg 2, Braga 0, Freiburg lead 3-2 on aggregate. Yeah, that wasn't the best of challenges on Buendia from Cunha, and he's actually been booked for it as well. Just over 1 minute to go until half-time here. Villa are well up for this game. Forest no shots on target. Yeah, I mean, I think Forest need to do more going forward. Because ultimately, if they continue like this, Villa probably will find another goal from somewhere. So yeah, they've just got to... I know they're missing Gibbs White, but ultimately, it's pretty much and Ola Aina, but still, they've got to do more going forward, I think. I mean, why are they paying 2 up front to not do anything going forward? That's the problem. Tielemans is a good ball in, but it's a good claim from Stefan Ortega. And that is probably the last chance of this first half, or is it? Because it's a very good throw from Ortega. Forest... Could it be a quick break for them on here? I'm not too sure. Anderson still got it. He's done very well. Elliot Anderson. And he wins the free kick. Brilliant footwork from the Geordie. Yeah, foul by his England teammate Morgan Rogers. They'll both be at the World Cup in the summer. Well, I expect them to be. Yeah, they will be, yeah. Anderson and Rogers will both be at the World Cup. Will Rogers start, though? That's the big question. Right, this will be the last chance of this first half. It's a free kick for Forest. Elliot Anderson's going to take. He's got to whip it in. Just hit and hope and see if Forest can create a chance from it. Free kick about to be taken. Yep, here we go. Anderson with the ball in. And it's not bad. Oh, Jesus, he's got to control it better. Got first contact on it, tried to chest it, but it's gone out. He's gone straight out for a goal kick. And that is the half-time whistle blown at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0. It's now 1-1 on aggregate, all thanks to that man in your picture there, Ollie Watkins. He's got a bandage round his head, but it's not affecting him whatsoever. He has scored the only goal of this game. But I must say, all credit has to go to Emi Buendia with an unbelievable assist. Amazing footwork, getting away from two Forest players, delaying the cross as well, and then putting it in for Watkins to tap it into the roof of the net. But it is genuinely all to play for in the second 45. I'm very much looking forward to it. Forest, I think, need to do more going forward. Yeah. I don't think it's been completely dominant from Villa, but it's just like they haven't been absolutely relentless where Ortega's had to make about 5 saves. Nah, it's not like that. But yeah, Forest do need to do more. Are they trying to rely on extra time or penalties? Well, I don't think they can really. They've just got to try and find a goal from somewhere, which they can do. I mean, they've probably had the best chance of the game, like the best chance that hasn't gone in through Hutchinson. I keep going back to it, but it was so close, honestly. What a goal would have been. What's the poll looking like? Yeah, only 4 votes, but Villa, no votes for Forest. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, right now my prediction is looking very good. Yeah, if Forest score in the second half and it stays 1-1, I'm going to milk that so much because I've literally predicted the entire outcome, not just the scoreline, but the fact that Villa were going to be 1-0 up half-time, then Forest equalise in the second half, which means they win the tie 2-1 on aggregate. What do you think, guys? A half-time Pepsi? I'll try my best not to burp. Thank you guys for being on the stream tonight. I do really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Could I have an update, please, Dad? Are we on 285 subscribers yet? Because if we are, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, my stream yesterday, no, it wasn't Arsenal, buying PSG, managed to get 7 subscribers from it. Yeah, from 274 to 281. We've gained 3 today. But yeah, are we on 285 yet? I hope so. Yeah, genuinely all to play for in this second half. Not yet, mate. Not yet. No, completely fine. That's good. We're making very good progress in this last week. Obviously, another watch-along to come tomorrow, the start of the Championship playoffs. I've got to say, I bloody love the Championship playoffs. So much drama. So much drama. Hull against Millwall tomorrow. 6th against 3rd at the MKM Stadium. Obviously, Hull got playoffs on the final day. Obviously did a Championship final day watch along. So many goals going on. 12 games all kicking off at the same time. Having to keep track of all the goals as they go in. But yeah, Hull beat Norwich 2-1 on the final day. And obviously Wrexham failed to beat Middlesbrough and Derby lost to Sheffield United. So Hull just about got into the playoffs. I must say though, if it is Hull City who get promoted, they could break Derby's points record, honestly, because they're not ready. They're not ready. They've got some good players. Ollie McBurney, who scored loads of goals this season. Joe Gelhardt, Charlie Hughes, I think he's very good. Ryan Giles, who's got almost 10 assists, who almost got 10 assists this season. So like they've got good players, but like, are those players that I've just mentioned, are they good enough to keep a Premier League team up? Are they good enough to keep a Premier League team up? I don't think they are. That's the problem. I know they'll sign players, but will they sign good enough players to keep them up? I don't think they will. And to be fair, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with not being ready for the Premier. I'm not being funny. Last season, on the final day, Hull were 1 goal away from being relegated. The only reason they stayed up was because of goal difference. Yeah, I think they drew to I think it was Portsmouth they drew to on the final day last season. It was a 1-1 draw. If they lost, they would have gone down. I think they were in the relegation zone going into the final day last season. But because Luton lost to West Brom and obviously Hull got a draw against Portsmouth, Hull managed to stay up. But yeah, to go from 21st to 6th in one season is very impressive. Even if they don't get promoted, you've got to give Hull massive credit for that. Oh, someone's voted for Forest on the poll. Yeah. Yeah, we've got 5 votes. 80% of you think that Villa will go through. 20% think Forest. Obviously, that means 4 votes for Villa, 1 for Forest. Yeah, I mean, I know it sounds crazy. I'm still going to stick with my prediction. I still think Forest go through. I know Villa in the first half had most of the chances, but I just think, you know, all Forest need is one moment. That is all they need. In terms of the first half stats, Villa have had 54% possession to Forest 46%, 1.21 XG for Villa, but I think that Watkins chance probably has taken up most of the XG. Only 0.07 XG for Forest so far. Villa have had 11 shots, 5 on target, and 14 touches in Forest box. Forest have had 2 shots, none on target, which has to change, and only 5 touches in Villa's box. So in terms of the attack, it is all Villa. I wouldn't say they've been dominant though. I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think they've been dominant, but yeah, I mean they've only had one big chance, which was obviously the goal. So like, even though they've had pretty much all the shots and shots on target, the chances they're actually creating are not like oh my god, how have they not scored? Stuff like that. But it is Villa who have the advantage. Ollie Watkins in the 36th minute. In terms of ratings, the only Forest player that's got a green rating at the moment is the goalkeeper, Stefan Ortega, who's had to make 4 saves already. For Villa, they've got quite a few players on green ratings. Pau Torres, who's on a 7. Yuri Tillemans, who is on a 7.2. Emi Buendia with... Honestly, that's probably one of the assists of the season, purely because of the footwork. Yeah, Buendia is on a 7.9 and Watkins is on an 8. So, yeah, it is... I must say, I completely forgot that Lindelof's playing in midfield, isn't he? He's doing all right, to be fair. Yeah, who could Villa bring on? Maybe obviously got Tammy Abraham, but obviously Watkins has scored, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe Leon Bailey, Jadon Sancho. Surprised that one of Sancho or Bailey isn't starting tonight, purely because obviously Forest have got the extra. Villa got the extra defender, haven't they? Yeah, just showing the goal again. Tillemans wins the header. Buendia. It looked like Anderson got there, but then Tillemans played it to Watkins, who first time passed to Buendia. The footwork from Buendia is outrageous. I mean, it's poor. It's really poor marking in the 6-yard box from Forest, but yeah, fair play. That's a brilliant goal from Villa. Tillemans to Watkins to Buendia. Why is when Buendia goes past Cunha, why is he doing that for? Like, that's so poor. I mean. You can't do that, even if you're trying to not concede the penalty. You just put a tackle in. Put a foot in. Yeah, Watkins is never going to miss from there. I must say, Ollie Watkins has had a pretty good redemption arc. Because for, I think, halfway through the season, he was only on about 3 goals. Yeah, he was not doing well at all, really. But I think his recent form has been very good. He's got 16 goals, 3 assists in all competitions now. It's funny, he scored 17 last season, and this is supposed to be a bad season for him. But yeah, remember that season 2 seasons ago? He got like 20 goals, almost 20 goals and 15 assists in the Premier League, which is just outrageous. Some people the TNT Sports pundits are arguing whether Villa should have had a penalty for the head clash between Watkins and Morato. I think it would have been quite harsh. They're going for the header. I don't know if you can really give a... It wasn't a headbutt or anything. I don't think you can give a penalty for a head collision. I don't agree with that. Because ultimately, Morato's challenging for the ball. What more do you want him to do? He's got to go up for it because Watkins did. Yeah, I think that would have been really harsh if that was given. But it wasn't. But yeah, I still think Forest go through. I really do. I'm not going to change my prediction halfway through. I can't really. Because if it does finish 1-1, then I'll look like a genius. And yeah, Forest away form has been very good recently. They obviously beat Chelsea 3-1 away on Monday. If you look at the one Chelsea got, how's it any different? No, because I think it's difficult. I see what you're saying. It's difficult, but I'm not being funny. For the Chelsea incident, Derry went flying, didn't he? He did go absolutely flying, and ultimately got. It's difficult. I thought it is definitely different. Like the force is one of the reasons why that was given, and this one wasn't. But like, does Morato go forward with his head like that? I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think it would have been really harsh if it was given. But then again, if it was given, I would also be like, do you know what? I can understand why. But yeah, I think the reason the Chelsea one was given purely because the fact that Derry went down. Like he was so high up. He was so high up the ground, so high off the floor, wasn't he? Derry won the header first and then got caught. But then you could argue that's what happened here with Watkins and Morata. Watkins wins the header, and then as soon as the ball goes away from the header, Morata. It's a difficult one. I think if it was given, I don't think I'd be sat here saying, how is that a penalty? That's a joke. No, I wouldn't be saying that, but I do think it would have been harsh to give it. I think Forest can turn it around. That right back Cunha needs to come off and sub Jesus for Yates. Yeah, I mean, Cunha has to play because there's no Ola Aina. I mean, do Forest have a left back they could bring on and maybe put Williams at right back? I'm not sure they do. Who is... Yeah, because Williams is Forest's left back normally, isn't he? Have they got any fullbacks on the bench? Oh, I've just realised Murillo's on the bench. I don't know if he's going to be fit enough to come on, but yeah. Yeah, Forest don't have any... They barely have any... They don't have any fullbacks on the bench, so... Yeah, if Cunha was to come off, who goes at right back? Yeah, it's a difficult one. Or maybe what Forest could do, bring Murillo on at left back, put Williams at right back. Because Murillo from time to time does like to go on, he does like to carry the ball. That Luca is a right back, no. Oh, well, Gonzalo Luca. No, he's a striker. No, he's a striker. He hasn't played a lot. He's only played 7 games for Forest since he joined. He scored on his debut, but since then he's barely played. That's what I mean. Forest just make a lot of unnecessary signings. Like, why did they sign Luca? Why did they sign players that... They signed that Calamuendo striker, didn't they? And he's now on loan at Frankfurt. Like, it's just... Signed so many players. Never mind, he's a striker, yeah. But yeah, no, Forest have got no fullbacks on the bench whatsoever. So... But yeah, what I mean, I don't know whether they'll do what I suggested. Put on, who was that Italian one they got? Italian. Luca is Italian, if that's what you're referring to. What, they got an Italian full? Any injury? Oh, Savona. Savona's injured. Yeah, he's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, he hasn't played since January. But yeah, what is his injury? It's a knee injury. Yeah. Yeah, he actually was doing quite well, to be fair. He scored against United earlier this season and scored against Liverpool. But yeah, he is injured. So Forest have not really got anyone to play there. Unless they want to actually put Murillo left back and Williams right back, maybe. But yeah, Cunha is losing the battle between him and Buendia. But yeah, we'll see what Forest do. I don't know, is there going to be any half-time changes? I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there's any. I don't think Villa will make any. I don't think Villa need to make any, really. But yeah, we'll see. We'll find out in very due course. Second half about to get underway. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Loads of watch-alongs coming up in the next few weeks. Or in the next few days, I should say. And weeks, yeah. Days and weeks, yeah. Oh, the poll is becoming a little more interesting now. It's funny because when it was 0-0, loads of people were backing Villa. Villa are 1-0 up and some people were backing Forest. It's interesting. Yeah, 7 votes. 57% have gone with Villa and 43% Forest. So 4-3 in the votes to Villa. Lovely and refreshing. I can see this going extra time and penalties. I really can. I wouldn't mind it. I genuinely would not mind it at all. But yeah, none of the... I was going to say none of the semi-finals. We've only had 2 semi-finals in Europe so far this season. None of the... Did any quarter-finals go to extra time? Not in the Champions League, no. Bayern Real Madrid didn't. What were the others? PSG, Liverpool. That didn't go extra time. Arsenal Sporting didn't. And Atletico Barca didn't either, yeah. It's been quite a while since there's been a European tie going to extra time, but we'll see if... I mean, maybe one of the semi-finals tonight could. They're just showing the Palace goal. Wharton had a shot. It was saved by the keeper. Oh, yeah, it was an own goal. Yeah, Munoz put it in. And it was an own goal from one of the Shakhtar defenders. But then Shakhtar equalised to make it 4-2 on aggregate. Was it a good goal? Oh, what a finish that is. Henderson was rooted to the spot. I forgot that guy's name. What's his name? I saw it on the notification that I got, or the alert. What's that guy's name? Egunaldo, yeah. What finish? Oh, there is a change coming for Forest. There's a change coming for Forest, and it's actually, it's Kieran. Kieran is the bloody hell, I can't even speak. Kieran is the substitution you said. I don't know who's coming off, but Ryan Yates is coming on, and he's got the captain's armband on. I'm interested to see who this is for. Will it be for one of the strikers? Oh, okay, it's for James McAtee. Yeah, I'm surprised McAtee started, to be fair. What does that mean for a change of shape? So they'll probably have a midfield three of Anderson, Dominguez, Yates, and then they'll have Hutchinson, Jays. Will they still go with the front two? I don't know, because they've got one less winger now. But I think I think Forest do need more stability in that midfield. But yeah, so Ryan Yates for James McAtee, the only half-time change. Second half is about to get underway here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Big second half incoming for both teams. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. And ultimately, I actually don't mind if there's not any more goals in the second half, because it means it goes extra time. So yeah, second half about to kick off literally any second now. And we are underway for the second half here at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Bring on the second 45. That's strange. I like McAtee. Can tell he came from the City Academy. Technically unreal. Yeah, he was at Sheffield United, wasn't he? For 2 seasons in a row. Then he was at City last season. I think he did quite well, to be fair, but he was never going to be like a regular starter, so I can see why he made the move. Yeah, I think he has struggled to get involved in this game. What's his best position, would you say? Is it left wing? Because that's where he's been playing tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's as a number 10. But obviously Gibbs White plays there, so yeah, it's a difficult one. But yeah, McAtee's a good player, but he did struggle to get into the game tonight, so I can see why he's been bought off. Again, I am interested to see if Gibbs White comes on. Because, I mean, I don't know. I know he's got a black eye, but again, there's got to be a reason they've included him on the bench. They can't just surely they just haven't put him on the bench for the sake of it. That's definitely gone out from Watkins, and that's going to be a goal kick. But no, McAtee's a decent player, yeah. Yeah, no, he's a 10, just physically struggles with his size. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, that's probably why he struggled to get into the game, because he was playing out of position. Yeah, he's not very tall, is he? Yeah. But no, he's a good player, man. Oh, there we go. We have it. 285 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, the support has genuinely been amazing on these streams, so thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And out for a throw-in. Yeah, I think Forest just have to attack more. I mean, they've bought on a midfielder for an attacker, so I mean they'll probably have more stability in the midfield, but they've got one less. But they're playing 2 strikers, so they should be fine. And I'm not being funny, they've got a lot of attackers to bring on. Lorenzo Luca, Morgan Gibbs-White, Bakwa. They've got loads of players they can bring on. I must say Bakwa was very good against Chelsea as well. He got the assist for Awoni's first goal, and then he put the cross in for the penalty that Awoni won for Forest's second goal. Yeah, if there is another goal before extra time, it's going to be massive. Because if it's for Forest, it completely changes everything. Villa will have to go again. But if Villa get it, then it is completely on Forest to try and get back into the tie. Nice hold-up play from Watkins. Here's Matty Cash. Now John McGinn on this right-hand side. Should look to cross it in. Villa got 3 players in the box. He does cross it in. Oh, it's gone all the way through. It was quite a low cross from McGinn. But literally no one could get a touch onto it. There has been another goal at Selhurst Park, and I think it's definitely fair to say now Crystal Palace will be going to Leipzig. They've made it 2-1 on the night, and it's now 5-2 on aggregate, and it's Ismail Assar who scored within the first minute of the first leg last week, and he has now given Palace a 2-1 lead, 5-2 on aggregate. Oliver Glasner, it's going to be another final for him as Crystal Palace manager. And that'll be his last game for Palace as well, because obviously he's leaving in the summer, and the Conference League final is 3 days after the Premier League season finishes. And I must say, who that's also good for, Arsenal. Because Arsenal got Crystal Palace away on the final day of the season, and they might have to win that game to win the title. They probably will have to win that game to win the title. We'll have to wait and see. Depends on how both Arsenal and City do in the games before the final day. But yeah, but Palace probably won't care about that game too much, because they're not going to get relegated. They're not going to get Europe via the league. Their main focus is literally just the Conference League. And you could tell, because how they were awful against Bournemouth on Sunday. I mean, Bournemouth have been amazing in this calendar year, but Palace didn't have a single shot in the first half. Like, it was really bad. Yeah, ended up losing 3-0. Here is Lindelof. Yeah, because it's weird, because when Villa have possession, particularly in the back line, Lindelof tucks in to make it a back three. Because it's funny, because Amram used to do that as well. Well, not quite. Well, Amram had a back three, but when we had the ball, the central centre-back inverted into midfield when we had possession. It was really weird. Like, genuinely really weird. Oh, okay. Yates with the foul on, I think it was Torres. Buendia wasn't too happy about that. The referee's coming across to the bench again. Let's see what happened here. What is it? Yeah, he's got hold of his... Yeah, Yates has got hold of Torres. Definitely a foul. She wouldn't let go, really. Oh, that wasn't a great challenge from Yates either. I think that was just before. Accidentally caught Buendia. He is getting stuck in, the Forest captain, but obviously got to be careful. Don't want to risk getting sent off or even getting a yellow, because who knows, if he gets a yellow, that might be him suspended. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Or has that rule been wiped out now? Like, if you get a yellow card, you miss the final. I think that rule might have got wiped out in the semi-final stage. Not 100% sure, but yeah. But I don't think he would have gone into that challenge if he knew that if he got a yellow, he'd be suspended. But who knows, Forest might not get there. Yeah. I mean, I still think they will, but yeah, sometimes my predictions can be very, very good, but also very bad. But that's why we predict, for the love of the game. Here is Hutchinson. Seems like that shot he had in the first half was ages ago. Have Forest had a shot since then? I don't think they have. Yeah, first 6.5 minutes, it's been quite even. No team's had a shot yet. Forest, I think having Yates in the midfield does help him a lot. It gives him an extra body in there. Forest get the free kick, foul on Hutchinson from Lucas Digne. Oh, what's going on here? The referee's coming over to the bench again. Oh, for God's... One of Forest's staff has been given a yellow. I think it might be Forest's assistant manager. Was it? Let's see the challenge again. Do you know, it probably should be a yellow. How is that not a yellow? It's not a great challenge from Digne at all. He's nowhere near the ball. He catches Hutchinson on the ankle, I think it is. Is that Forest's assistant manager? I think it is. If it has, yeah, well, even if it isn't, someone has been booked on the Forest bench. But obviously, I mean, bloody hell. I'm not surprised. It's a very high stakes game. Both teams playing for so much. Just got to keep their temper. But to be fair, I can totally understand why he was frustrated. It was definitely a yellow. Not a great challenge from Digne at all. Hi Frank, watching the game, couldn't help but think Forest messed up with their team selection. Should have taken one of their strikers out and stuck another midfielder in. Great stream so far. Thank you, Curtis, mate. Appreciate it. What do you say? Think Forest messed up with their should have taken... I kind of understand what you're saying. I mean, they've got an extra midfielder on now, but they're still going with the two up front. I'm not really too sure what the formation is, to be honest. Because, like, I mean, is it like a 4-3-1-2? Is it... No, but Hutchinson's not playing behind the strikers. He's still playing out wide. I'm not really too sure what the formation is. But yeah, thank you for the support, mate. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I mean... I was interested to see if when Yates came on, was it going to be for either Chris Wood or Igor Jesus? But no, it was for McAtee. I mean, McAtee did struggle in the first half, but yeah. But I mean, Forest have got so many attackers to bring on, so I don't think it would have hurt them too much if they did take one of their strikers off. But I mean, they played the two up front in the first leg, didn't they? And they obviously won 1-0. So I can understand why he went for it again, Pereira. But yeah, I do think he had to make a change. Too many times Villa were getting forward. So they've got that extra man in midfield, but Villa have got a corner now. McGinn to Buendia, it's a short corner. Are they going to cross it in? Tielemans, that's a good ball over the top to Buendia. Oh, it's a chance. Oh, that could be a penalty. That looked like a shirt pull to me. I might be wrong. It's John McGinn. Shot and it's blocked. McGinn still has it, funnily enough. Rodgers tries the nutmeg and Williams deals with it. Should just clear it. Oh, what's happened? Let's have a look at this penalty incident. Oh, it's Pau Torres, isn't it? Yeah. Oh dear, he might be in trouble. Milenkovic, he might be in trouble. That might be a penalty. That might be a penalty. I mean, I'm not being funny. What is he doing? Why did it blows my mind why people pull shirts in the box. You're not going to get away with it anywhere else on the pitch. Why do it in the box? I mean, this is a big moment in this tie if it's given. He's going to the monitor. He is going to the monitor. I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised whatsoever. He's so silly from Milenkovic. Did he really think he was going to get away with that? Pulling someone's shirt in the box. He's ludicrous. Yeah, Buendia puts it in. Torres tries a flick. Yeah, he's clearly pulled his shirt. Just funny. He doesn't need to. Torres is a centre-back. Oh, yeah, because Torres is going to score with his back to goal. It's a penalty. It is a penalty for Aston Villa, and I don't think Milenkovic can have any complaints. Completely brain dead from him. Honestly, it's so silly. It's what Gusto did against Forest on Monday. You're never going to get away with a shirt pull with VAR. A proposition for you, Frank. If Villa score, can I get your best Friday night dinner quote? Yes, you can. I'm assuming it'll be Ollie Watkins to take. It is so silly from Milenkovic. I mean, Villa have barely threatened so far in this second half. It's such a stupid decision to make. Oh no, it's going to be Buendia, who obviously got the assist for the Watkins goal, and now he's got the opportunity to make it 2-0. Game over that now. Well, we'll find out. Let's see if Villa can score. I think Ortega could save it, to be fair. We'll see. Right. It's Emi Buendia against Stefan Ortega. This is a massive moment in this tie. Can Buendia give Villa a 2-goal lead and put them 2-1 up on aggregate? It's Buendia. He steps up and it's a brilliant penalty past Ortega. Ortega went the right way, just couldn't keep it out. And it is 2-0 to Aston Villa on the night, and it's now 2-1 on aggregate. That is a massive goal in this second leg. Prince William's loving it. The Villa fans are loving it. It's absolute bedlam at Villa Park. It's just so I mean, Milenkovic, he knows. But again, it's so stupid. It's genuinely so stupid. It's all right knowing after, but like, oh my god, I can't believe he done that. It's so stupid. Really good penalty from Buendia. Oh, he was so close to getting it as well. Really close. But it is 2-0. Forest have got to go for it now. They're losing the tie. So stupid from Milenkovic. Buendia's made a massive difference tonight. Assist and a goal from the penalty spot. Hopefully that opens the game up a little bit more now, because Forest are going to have to go for it if they want to try and get to the final. We will have to wait and see, but yeah, not ideal for Forest. I mean, I know he's got a black eye, but are they going to have to introduce Gibbs White? Are they that desperate? I mean, they've not attacked at all, really, Forest, even in this second half. I mean, they've stopped Villa attacking. But yeah, I'm sure Forest will get a chance eventually, though. Yeah. Got to stick and Doy on now. Add a bit of unpredictability. Yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, and Doy could have come on for McAtee. But instead they brought Yates on. Is that a foul on McGinn? No, it's not. I thought it was going to be given there. Here is Ryan Yates. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Ndoye. I'm not too sure about him. I think he's all right, but yeah, it's a good point. That is a bit of unpredictability. They've got to do something for us. I don't know if having two up front is working for them. Here's Konsa. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mind who goes through tonight. It's English teams. I think it would be better for Forest because obviously Villa are going to play Champions League anyway. But for Villa, they haven't won a trophy in so long. So, yeah, it'd be. I mean, whoever wins this tie, I'll definitely be supporting them in the final, as they are the English team. Yeah, so as it stands, the Europa League final is going to be Aston Villa against Freiburg. Again, still a long way to go. Half an hour left in this second leg, but that is how it stands for now. Watkins is miles offside. He might just score. He does score, but the flag is up. Flag is up. He was miles offside. I think he knew that as well. I just don't know how they stick with them two up front. Both donkeys. Where's the threat? I mean, they're good players, Wood and Jesus, but they're not really getting the ball to them, though, to be fair. I've barely seen Wood and Jesus touch the ball. How many touches have them two had combined? Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely flick from Rodgers, but Watkins was miles offside. Chris Wood has had 13 touches. Igor Jesus has had 15. They've had 28 touches between them. That's not enough. It's not enough service to them. But I do agree they might have to take one of them off, because if it's not working, even if they're not getting the service, maybe bring someone like Bakura on or Ndoye. Get another winger on. Because you've got the extra security in midfield. He's coming on. Who's coming on? Ndoye. Oh, Gibbs White. Wow. Oh, no. He's obviously fit enough to come on. He's obviously okay. I mean, yeah, even his other eye is buggered as well. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. But I can see why they're bringing him on. They need to get a goal, Forest. Who will he come on for? Will it be for one of the strikers? I imagine so. We'll see. Here is Watkins. Down this left-hand channel. He's done really well. He has done really well. Good tackle from Milenkovic. It's going to be a throw-in. Is Gibbs White coming on? He's just sitting back on the bench. I think he will at some point, definitely. If nothing... Well, what is the point of waiting for something to change? Like, it's... They're barely getting it. Oh, McGinn! Oh, that could have been the tie. That could have been the tie. That probably would have been the tie. Yeah, 3-1 it would have been. That score is insane. Bro's going to be looking like Jolie and Lescott. That's funny. I like that. Oh yeah, I said if Villa score, can I get your best Friday night dinner quote? I'll just go with hello Bambinos. Yeah, what a show that was. Bro's going to be looking like Lescott. That's really good. Forest have not had a shot this second half yet. They've had no shots on target. No wonder they're losing. Villa have had 13 shots, 7 on target. I honestly think if that McGinn shot goes in, that's the tie done. I really do. Here's Torres. No foul, says the ref. Here's Hutchinson. Forest have got to do something going forward. Yeah, they've got to take one of the strikers off. I don't know who will it be, whether it's Chris Wood or Igor Jesus. They've got to take one of them off. They have to. Because honestly, because they're not getting the ball to them, and ultimately there's no threat. There's no threat. When you're not getting the ball to your strikers, where's the threat coming from? And you've taken one of your... You're not attacking enough anyway, and you bring on a midfielder for an attacker. Why can't you just make 2 changes? Bring a midfielder on for an attacker, but then bring an attacker on for... Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, they could be coming forward here, Forest. Here's Hutchinson. Hutchinson puts the ball in. Jesus' header, I mean, it does go down as a shot, but it's come to absolutely nothing. It's gone wide. He's got to change something, Pereira. He has to, because nothing is working for Forest going forward. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I know Jesus has scored quite a few of this. I think between Jesus and Wood, they've got 20 goals. Jesus got 16. I think Wood's got 4, or 3 or 4. Yeah. No, he's got 5, hasn't he? Oh, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, they've got to change it. They've got to change it now. Really, there's no point waiting. It's not going to change. If it's not going to change for the entirety of the whole game, why is it just going to change randomly at the 64th minute? That's definitely a foul from John McGinn. No point complaining. Yeah, I think if it is a Villa-Freiburg final, Villa are definitely favourites. Aston Villa were favourites before the tournament even started, and I can see why. Yeah, they were. Did I predict them to win it at the start? I'm just trying to think. Not on my channel, obviously, because I hadn't started my channel in the summer. No, I think I did say Villa. I think it's a Champions League PSG. Did I say PSG Aston Villa Palace? Oh, no one's going to believe me. But I think that, yeah. Oh no, I might have said Real Madrid for the Champions League, actually. Anderson has disappointed me in this game. I know the whole squad's been bad, but he's meant to be a £100 million player. Where's the character? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think he's been all right. I think Anderson's been okay. That's exactly what McCoy is saying in commentary. They have to change it. They have to change it. It's insanity. It's genuinely insanity. Doing the same thing over... Well, they're not doing the same thing, like, because... They're not saying, "Oh, keep on doing it, No, but no, it's like, yeah, it's genuine insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And keeping with this front two is not working. Rodgers, another shot. Ortega, fairly comfortable save. Ortega's had to make a lot of saves tonight. I mean, most of them have been fairly comfortable. But yeah. And once again, this time it's Igor Jesus. They're not winning duels. They've got to change it. Honestly, if I was a Forest fan, I'd be screaming at my screen. I'd be genuinely shouting. Like, how can Pereira not see that this two up front is not working? They've got no... But apart from the 2 up front, where is the other attacks? Where are the other attackers? All right, they've got Hutchinson, but look where Hutchinson is. Hutchinson's in the other half. Like, they've got to change it. If they don't change it, I'm going to change it. I'll go over. I'll get to Villa Park if I have to, just to change it and then come back here. That's got to be a foul. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, 2 Forest players down. Yeah, McCoy's saying commentary they've got to change it. I've got to say, Flitch, I think they've absolutely got to change it. They've got to change it. It's clearly not working. Who's that down for Forest? I think it's Morato. Are you going to change something, Pereira? He's got to. Why is no one warming up? Mate, Gibbs White, oh my God, honestly. It just, every time I look at it, it looks even more scary. Because the fact that both his eyes are black, I thought it was just one. I thought he just had one black eye. Bloody hell. Yeah, they've absolutely... I know I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it until they do it. They've just changed something. I know they made a change at half-time, but it's not really doing anything for them. They've just got a little bit of extra security in the midfield, but they've still conceded. All right, it was a penalty, and it was a stupid decision from Milenkovic, but yeah. Do Forest still have it? Yes? No? Yeah? I don't know. No, they don't. Martinez has it now, and he's cleared it away. We are exactly halfway through this second half now. And right now, it will be Aston Villa going to the Europa League final in Istanbul. I think that was a little bit harsh giving a free kick there. Just make a change, Pereira. I'm not even a Forest fan and I'm just desperate for him to make a change. Because right now, Forest are going out without a whimper. They had a really good first leg. I think they deserve to beat. I do think they're making changes. Or a change. It's a miracle. And it's Lorenzo Luca coming on. And also Dylan Bakwa. Okay, good. They've actually... Right, well, I'm assuming one of the strikers will come off then. And Doy surely. I know he's pretty average, but he can't be worse than these strikers. I think Bakwa's quite good, to be fair. And Doy doesn't score enough. I think Doy's scored like 2 or 3 goals all season. I don't think Bakwa scored many, but Bakwa's always a threat. Is Luca coming on? How my boy's going to bag? Yeah, the famous right back, Gonzalo Luca. Yeah, I think he'll be... who's backcourt going to come on for? Will they take one of the midfielders? I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if they went... Do you know what I think they'll do? I think they'll take both. I think they'll take both strikers off. I think they'll take Wood and Jesus off, and then bring on Bakker and Luca, and then they'll have Bakker and Hutchinson the wingers with Luca up front. I think that'll just make much more sense. Because Wood and Jesus, my God, they're not doing anything. I mean, you could say they've had no service, but like when the ball has come to them, they've done nothing with it. There has been another goal in the other Europa League semi-final tonight. It's 3-0 to Freiburg. They're now 4-2 up on aggregate, and I think it's fair to say they will definitely be going to the Europa League final. Honestly, that red card in the 7th minute for Braga has completely stitched them up in this tie, or in this second leg. But yeah. Oh, Chris Wood is in here. I think he's offside. It's Wood. Oh my God, he's missed. And the flag has gone up now. I mean, bloody hell. What is he doing? Seriously. How are you missing? He was offside anyway, but how are you missing a one-on-one like that? Here's Williams. Bloody hell, Watkins coming back to defend. Williams has done well. Is he going to try and win the corner? No, he's played it back to Ryan Yates. That backer is a baller who's quality against Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. He's always a threat backer. I think that's a good sub for Pereira to make. Here's Anderson. Oh, it's not the worst ball. It's not the worst ball in the world. There was a lot of power on it. Just Noah could divert it towards goal. Was Chris Wood actually offside? I tell you what, it's very close. It is really, really close. I think Matty Cash might have been playing him on. Terrible finish. Terrible finish. Just smash it. Just smash it. Seriously, what is he doing? 20 minutes left there at Villa Park. Okay. The changes are being made. Let's have a look. Right, Bakker and Luca are coming on. Flag didn't go up. No, the flag did go up. I saw. So yeah, the ref just said play on. What are these changes? Honking finish. I'm really interested to see if that went in, would that have stood? I honestly think he was on. Right, changes. Gonzalo Luca replaces Chris Wood, and the other change is Dylan Bakker for Morato. Morato's come off. So I believe it'll be Cunha and Milenkovic, the two centre-halves. Who's at right back then? Williams has gone to right back. Who's left back then? I don't know. Are they playing with a left back? Buendia. Oh, went all the way. The shot goes wide. Morato, I rate that. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, the problem is they've still got two up front. They've still got two up front, Luca and Jesus. But yeah, but Luca's very tall, so yeah. But so is Chris Wood, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Villa are preparing a change for themselves. Lamar Bogard is coming on. Surprised he didn't start, to be honest, considering obviously Onana was injured. I'm assuming it'll be for Victor Lindelof. Here is Luca, his first touches since coming on, and he has managed to get Forest a corner. Oh, I tell you what, I would love a Forest goal right now. That would be fantastic. Because it just makes it a very interesting last just under 20 minutes plus stoppage time. This is Forest's first corner of this entire game so far. They have got height in the box. Luca is like 6'6". Milenkovic, Cunha. Let's see how this goes. Bakker whips it in. It's quite far, but it's a good claim from Martinez. This might be a managerial masterclass. Villa attack predominantly through the middle, so three of the back ain't bad. That's a good point, to be fair. That's where Villa were getting a lot of joy in the first half. That's why Yates came on. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, it will be three at the back, won't it? Yeah, Williams, Cunha... well, Williams will be like the right centre-back, won't he? And they've got more attackers. Yeah, Bakker, Hutchinson, Luca... Jesus. Obviously still got Dominguez and Anderson as well. First change for Villa tonight. Lamar Bogard replacing the man who has done pretty well in midfield, I must say, Victor Lindelof. Considering he's never played there before, I don't think he's done too bad at all. What's his rating on FotMob? Let's have a look. Has he got a green rating? No, he's on a 6.9, but that's not too bad. That's decent. But yeah, Bogard, who I'm surprised didn't start the game, is coming on now for Lindelof for the last 17 minutes plus stoppage time. But Forest have got a free kick. Tell you what, if Forest can score, it just makes it so interesting. Anderson lays off to Hutchinson, and it's... Oh, what's happened here? Okay, I think Forest are going to take the free kick again here. Forest player went down. But yeah, they're going to take the free kick again here, Forest. It wasn't a great delivery from Hutchinson anyway, if we're being totally honest. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn notifications on so that you never miss a future stream or a future upload on my channel. Up to 285 subscribers now, which is brilliant. And so many watch-alongs coming up in the next few days, including Hull against Millwall tomorrow in the Championship playoff semi-finals. Oh, Ollie Watkins, that is amazing. He's on the floor and he's managed to play Rodgers in. And Villa got bodies forward. Oh, Rodgers. He's got to play the right pass. He couldn't find John McGinn. McGinn was completely free. That would have probably sealed the tie. I reckon McGinn would have probably gone on to score. Here is Rodgers again. Finds Watkins in the left channel. 15 minutes left. Time is running out for Forest. They've got to score. They've got to score. Otherwise, their Europa League journey will be coming to an end. Here is McGinn. I'm sure he'll try to win the free kick. Oh no, he'll win the throw-in instead. That's okay. Interesting. There has been a goal in the other Europa League semi-final tonight. Braga have managed to score. They are still losing in the tie by 4-3, but considering the fact they've got 10 men, that's not fair play to them. And they've made that tie very interesting. Freiburg 3, Braga 1. It's now 4-3 on aggregate to the German side. Both these ties are still not done yet. Cash is going to take the throw in here. He's bang average, Rodgers, I swear, living off that purple patch. Yeah, he's been poor for a while, Rodgers, I must say. It's funny because he went through that patch in like December to February where he was unbelievable. Like unstoppable, really. But yeah, I feel like he has been quite inconsistent this season. This is what I'm saying. Gibbs White should start for England at the World Cup in the first group game, I think. I wouldn't say he's bang average. I don't think he's had the best season. Like, he was definitely better last season, but... Yeah, I mean, he has his moments, Rodgers, but like he needs to be more consistent. Torres going for the long ball. What a ball that is. Oh my God, you've got to play McGinn in. It's John McGinn, and it's in, and that is it. That should be it. Aston Villa are surely now going to the Europa League final. They lead by 3-0. It's 3-1 on aggregate, and it had to be the captain, John McGinn. And it's so poor again from Forest. They've been defensively woeful tonight, I must say. Defensively and offensively terrible. 3-0 to Villa, John McGinn with the goal, and Aston Villa, you'd have to say, surely now are going through to the Europa League final in Istanbul. Oh, Forest, what an absolute stinker tonight, seriously. It all comes Martinez with the throw, and then Torres simply just plays a long ball. Both centre-backs are split, and then Rodgers holds it up brilliantly, finds Watkins. It's such a good move from Villa. But it's so bad from Forest. I know they're playing a back three, but the two centre-backs, Cunha and Milenkovic, are split. It's really poor. Brilliant finish from McGinn, though. And that should be it. That should be Aston Villa through to the Europa League final, unless Forest can score twice. Unai Emery in the Europa League. Why did I doubt him? Why did I say Forest would go through? Unai Emery is an absolute demon in this competition. I think he's won it 3 or 4 times. Yeah. Could potentially be winning it once again this season. Yeah, John McGinn's had a very good game as well. Yeah, not looking good for Forest. I just think they waited too long to make those changes. I really do. Yeah, it is a shame for Forest. I mean, obviously the Milenkovic penalty, giving away the penalty, that did not help one bit. Two defenders, that's shameless. It's awful defending, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. To be split like that, I mean, it's wider than that. To be split like that it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. If you're going to play it back three, you've got to be more compact. Because you can't be drifting out wide. The fact they let Rodgers, who was completely free, hold it up, and then Watkins finds McGinn. I mean, who was tracking McGinn as well? It was terrible defending from Forest. And I think that is how their Europa League journey is going to end. Unless... I say unless... I mean, I'm not even going to say they're not going to score two, are they? Villa have been absolutely brilliant tonight. And they could get a fourth. It's Watkins. It's McGinn for another one. He scored again. Oh my God. This is absolutely unbelievable. It's 4-0. It's 4-0 to Aston Villa. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. It's a second for John McGinn. The defending from Nottingham Forest is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Prince William's loving it. Emery's stone cold reaction. John McGinn with his second. It's basically the same goal, but this time he goes to the right. I mean, oh my word, it's so bad from Forest. No wonder they're not going to the final with defending like that. But if the tie wasn't done before, it is now. Rodgers with the assist. Once again, it's literally the same. It's pretty much the same goal. Cunha's throwing his arms around, but ultimately, you're the closest player to him. I honestly don't know what Forest are doing. I really don't. I must say, it's another brilliant finish from John McGinn. But it's so bad from Forest. They were 1-0 up in this tie at the start of tonight. I thought they'd go through. Oh, that is a terrible prediction from me. Oh no, Emery, it was a stone cold reaction, but no, he's jumping around. He's absolutely loving it. Europa League demon. I mean, Forest have just been so bad. Absolutely shocking. No one coming back, and those midfielders just running around like headless chickens. They have been so bad defensively, especially in the second half. Offensively, they've done absolutely nothing. And midfield, especially, in that first half, Villa were finding it so easy. But they're finding it even more easy. Gibbs White's not even going to... Oh my God, Gibbs White's not even going to come on. I mean, could they have risked... They could have risked it. They could have potentially risked it. Yeah. But maybe for Gibbs White's safety, it was better that he didn't come on. Never seen such shocking defending. Did Forest have a left back? Great result for Villa. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, Emery's such a great character as well. He's brilliant. But yeah, the defending is embarrassing from Forest. Absolutely terrible. Did Forest have a left back? I mean, who was the left back for... Who was the left back? It was Williams, but then he went to right centre back, and they've just... But that's... This is what I mean. That's the reason why McGinn scored the 2 goals. Because Williams, who was the left back, has gone over to right centre back. And the left centre back's Cunha, but ultimately Cunha's not playing in those left channels. He's oh my word. Jadon Sancho's coming on for Villa now for the last 10 minutes or so. But yeah, amazing from Villa. Absolutely amazing. They were absolutely shocking on Sunday against Spurs. But maybe it was all part of the master plan to rest your players for this game, and they put all their energy into this game, and they're winning so comfortably. Excuse me. I think for Forest now, it's literally just about pride, maybe getting a goal. But even so, losing 4-1, if they were to get a goal, it's... And they're not going to be in Europe next season for them. They're not going to be in Europe next season because obviously they're not going to qualify via the league. But again, they didn't have Europe last season and they managed to finish 7th. I do think Forest are good. They are a good side. But they've been absolutely shocking tonight. And the tactics from Pereira have shocked me, like genuinely shocked me. I didn't mind the change at half-time. I thought that the change at half-time was a bit strange. I think, no, not Yates coming on, but the fact that McAtee came off. I don't know. It's complicated. It's a tough one. But yeah, it is 100% Villa going through. Very bad night for Forest. It could have been also different. Ball comes in, Rodgers headers it out for a corner. This formation is so weird. Do Forest even have a left winger? It's like the left side of the pitch is open. Yeah, so again, this is what I mean. They took McAtee off. They took McAtee off, who was the left winger. And who is left winger? Hutchinson? Is it Hutchinson? Is it Bakwa? I don't know. But Hutchinson's not a left winger. Neither's Bakwa. Literally, the entire... That's why McGuinness scored the 2 goals. The entirety of the left-hand side of the pitch, when Forest defend, it's complete... Well, they're not defending, that's but when Villa attack, it's always open. It's absolutely... It's disgraceful, really, to defend like that in a European semi-final. Like, it's shocking. Arguably one of the biggest games in your club's history. If you win the tie tonight, you're potentially you're one game away from winning a trophy, winning another European trophy, and getting into the Champions League final for not the Champions League final, getting into the Champions League for next season. But what this does though, because right now Villa are 5th in the Premier League, and it is, I mean, they're going to get Champions League via the league. I think they only need one more win in their last 3, but it's likely they finish 5th. If they finish 5th and win the Europa League, 6th place gets Champions League. Obviously, if Villa don't finish 5th, if Villa finish 4th, then 6th place doesn't get Champions League. But that's a very good scenario, because I think Villa do win the Europa League. Yeah, I think they will beat Freiburg in the final. Again, it could still be Braga, but right now it's looking like it's going to be Freiburg. They're 1 goal ahead in the tie. I think it's 4-3 on aggregate. Yeah. And obviously, I forgot to mention about the Conference League. Obviously, Crystal Palace are going through, aren't they? 5-2? 5-2? Yeah, 5-2 on aggregate against Shakhtar. And even the other Conference League semi-final, Strasbourg, Rayo Vallecano, I think that is still 1-0 to the Spanish side. So as it stands, the European finals this year, Champions League final, PSG Arsenal, Europa League final, Aston Villa Freiburg, and Conference League final, Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano. Yeah, disappointing night for Strasbourg. They did so well to because I think they lost the first leg of the quarter-final to Mainz, like 2-0, and they came back and won 4-0 in the second leg, won 4-2 on aggregate. But tonight, not great. They've had the second leg at home and they're losing both. It looks like they're going to lose both legs. This might probably be Villa's final change. Sancho's come on and he's replaced Buendia, who has had a fantastic night. I mean, all of Villa's attackers, Buendia, Rodgers, McGinn and Watkins have done brilliantly. McGinn's got 2 goals. Buendia's got a goal and an assist. Watkins, I think, has got a goal and an assist as well. Forest are making 2 more changes. Murillo's coming on. I mean, they could have done that a little bit earlier. But this is what really... It's baffling to me. Why are you bringing Murillo on? You could have brought Murillo on much earlier when you needed to try and defend, but ultimately the game's done now. The tie's done. It's ridiculous. I know he's just come back from injury, but like, Murillo's a tank. But yeah, it's just a complete waste of time. They're bringing someone else on, number 61. I don't know what his name is, but I'll find out in a minute. But yeah, awful night for Forest. Obviously, having no Gibbs White hasn't helped them at all, and no Ola Aina, but I honestly thought having that 1 goal advantage from the first leg was really going to help them. And Villa have been amazing. They've been absolutely brilliant. That is a foul on Ryan Yates, the captain. I honestly couldn't tell you what formation Forest are playing. Let's have a look at these changes. So it's Murillo and who is number 61? I'll know his surname because they'll say it, but I actually want to know who number 61 is because I've never seen him. Number 61 for Forest is it 61 or 51? No, 61. Jimmy Sinclair. Yeah, Jimmy Sinclair. He plays for Forest under 21s. He's only made 1 appearance for Forest this season. And that, or has he? No, he hasn't. Has he? I'm just having a quick look here. No, he hasn't. This is Sinclair's first game for Forest. Yeah. I mean, not the most ideal setting. I mean, Europa League semi-final, brilliant moment for him. But what I mean by not the most ideal setting, the fact that Forest are 4-1 down on aggregate. Yeah, Sinclair for Hutchinson and Murillo has come on for... who has Murillo come on for? I completely missed it. Cunha. Cunha. Yeah, I mean, look, on another day, Murillo, Gibbs White and Aina are fit to start, and who knows, Forest might have done it. I don't know why I backed them, though. Their record at Villa Park is terrible. They've never won here. They've played 7 times here before, 2 draws, 5 defeats. I'm not surprised they're losing tonight. I didn't think they lose this badly, but yeah. I'm telling you... hang on. Oh, chance for Forest. Oh, That could have been a goal. I'm telling you, leaving that Jesus on was a big mistake. That fella is absolutely awful. Yeah, it's weird because he's scored quite a few goals this season, Igor Jesus. He's got 16. But some people don't really rate him. I mean, when he scores 16 goals, you've got to be semi-decent. I think he has taken a few pens, but yeah. I mean, how Chris... Again, I think a moment that could have completely changed the complexion of this game, that Chris Wood chance. I know they gave the offside, but from the replay, it looked like Matty Cash was playing him on, but ultimately it didn't matter because he missed. It was a terrible miss as well. Well, I said Villa were going to make one... I thought Villa had made their last change. They're making a triple change. Morgan Rogers is coming off, getting a standing ovation from the Villa Park crowd. He has had a pretty good night. And so has that man there, the captain, John McGinn. 2 goals for him to secure Villa's place in the Europa League final. And the other change, was it the third goal? Yeah, the third goal, which for me sealed it. Absolutely brilliant from John McGinn. The fourth goal is pretty much the same. It's not the same finish because the first one he goes like that, and then the second one he just goes straight with his left foot. But yeah, into the bottom right. But yeah, what a night for John McGinn. What a night for Aston Villa. In terms of the actual changes, McGinn, Rogers, and someone else has come off. Let me just... McGinn, Rogers... Oh, yeah, so Tyrone Mings has come on for Morgan Rogers. Oh, sorry, no. Tyrone Mings has come on for Pau Torres. Leon Bailey has come on for John McGinn. And Douglas Luiz has come on for Morgan Rogers. Yeah, Douglas Luiz, who obviously played for Forest in the Europa League this season as well. He was on loan there first half of the season. But yeah... I can't imagine there'll be too much added time. We are into the 90 minutes. I don't think there'll be a lot of time added on at all. That penalty changed the game. 1-1. If they brought some wingers on, anything could have happened. Exactly. It's fine margins. And even though Villa... Oh, hang on. This could be a chance. It's Yates shot straight at Emi Martinez. Genuinely, I mean, people will look at this scoreline saying, oh, Forest got battered, which they definitely have. But 2 moments in the game which I think have completely changed it and taken the tie away from Forest. The Chris Wood chance, which I just mentioned, and also the penalty. What was Milenkovic doing? If he doesn't pull Torres' shirt, why are you pulling an opposing centre-back's shirt in the box when they've got their back to goal? They're not going to score, are they? Oh yeah, they're just going to turn and shoot and put it in top corner. No, it's never going to happen. We would have probably passed it. Like, it was such a silly decision. And you're never going to get away with a shirt pull. Never, ever, ever, ever are you going to get away with a shirt pull. You don't get away with a shirt pull anywhere else on the pitch. You're not going to get away with a shirt pull in the bloody box. And to be fair, another reason why this tie's got away from Forest, Pereira's been too stubborn and he should have made the changes much earlier. If you're not going to bring Gibbs White on because he's not fit enough to play, that's fine. That's understandable. But yeah, it's just... Honestly, it looked like Gibbs White was going to come on at the hour mark. He was heading back to the bench. I don't even know if he's warmed up tonight. I think he's just been there for the vibes, to be honest. But there is no vibes because they're crashing out of the semi-finals 4-1 on aggregate. Not a good night for Forest. But I'll tell you who it is a good night for. Crystal Palace. It's full time at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 2, Shakhtar Donetsk 1. Palace have won 5-2 on aggregate and they are through to the Conference League final. Wow, what a moment for Oliver Glasner's side. They won the FA Cup last season, won the Community Shield at the start of this season, and Oliver Glasner's final game in charge of Crystal Palace will be the Conference League final in Leipzig, and it is very likely that it will be against Rayo Vallecano. And I've just seen in the other Conference League semi-final, I mean, I don't know if this would have made a difference, but Julio Enciso, who used to play for Brighton and Ipswich on loan last season, he's missed a penalty. Strasbourg are 2-0 down at the moment, but that could have changed it. How much added time was it? 6 added minutes. I don't think they would have had enough time. Yeah, I really don't think they would have had enough time if they scored that penalty. But yeah, any chance of Strasbourg coming back is pretty much done. So the Europa League final, Aston Villa against Freiburg as it stands. It will definitely be Villa. Just need to confirm if it's going to be Freiburg. It is going to be Freiburg. It has just finished. It's full time. Freiburg 3, Braga 1, which means the Europa League final will be Aston Villa versus Freiburg in Istanbul on May the 20th. And Is it full-time in Strasbourg? It is full-time. Strasbourg 0, Rayo Vallecano 1. Rayo Vallecano win 2-0 in aggregate. So the finals are confirmed. We've still got about 40 seconds here left at Villa Park, but the finals tonight have been confirmed. Oh, hang on. It's Ryan Yates. Oh, I think it's gone out for a corner. That was very close. So Champions League final, PSG Arsenal, Europa League final, Aston Villa against Freiburg, and the Conference League final, Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano. I mean, that head is a mess. Needs a long time to heal that. Could just keep constantly reopening that every week. That is a good point. But ultimately, why is he on the bench then? What is the point? I mean, he might be a big personality in the dressing room, but like still, if he's not fit enough to play, don't have him on the bench. Bit of a strange decision that for me. And that is the full-time whistle. It's full-time at Villa Park. Aston Villa 4, Nottingham Forest 0 in this second leg. It's finished Villa 4, Forest 1 on aggregate. Forest were 1-0 up from the first leg of the City Ground last week. But I've got to say, what an unbelievable performance from Aston Villa. They've won 4-1 on aggregate, 4-0 tonight, thanks to 2 goals from the captain, John McGinn, and goals for Ollie Watkins and a penalty from Emi Buendia. Aston Villa are through to the Europa League final, where they will face Freiburg in Istanbul on May the 20th in Besiktas' stadium. Unai Emery, the Europa League demon, he's done it again. He hasn't won it yet, but you've got to say Villa are definitely favourites going into that final. Buendia, brilliant night for him. He was the reason that Villa completed this comeback, really, because he started it. Amazing assist for Ollie Watkins, and then obviously scored the penalty to make it 2-0. Forest, it's a real shame for them. It is, because they really struggled tonight. Like, genuinely, really, really struggled. I mean, even at half-time, it was 1-0. So it was 1-1 in the tie. It wasn't too bad, but I honestly think that penalty completely changed the game, because it gave Villa the momentum, and Forest were struggling to create anything anyway. And then Villa just cut them apart. Like, honestly, the defending for the goals was embarrassing for both of John McGinn's goals. And you could say, the defending for all the goals, really. Like, in the first half, like what the bloody hell were Forest doing in that 6-yard box? Watkins is completely free. If the ball goes to him, he's obviously going to finish it from that distance. Of course he is. And then the second goal, the penalty. What is Milenkovic doing? Honestly, if I was a Forest fan, I would be fuming with Milenkovic, because if he doesn't pull Torres' shirt, who knows what? This is what I mean. We'll never know what would have happened. Villa might have still gone through, but even the Chris Wood chance at 2-0, if he scores that, I think he stayed onside as well. He missed it. Martinez made the save. Is that Ahmed El Mohammadi as well, next to Prince William? What a link up that is. Yeah, Ahmed El Mohammadi, who used to play for Villa and Hull. But yeah, what a brilliant night for Villa. I mean, they were favourites for the Europa League at the start of this season, and they are through to the final. And I think they are definitely going to be the favourites for the second leg. Yeah, I mean, massive congratulations to Aston Villa. Massive congratulations to Crystal Palace as well. Obviously, commiserations to Forest. But, I mean, what a brilliant campaign for Forest. You know, they've beaten some brilliant teams, I must say. They beat Porto in the league phase and then knocked Porto out in the quarterfinals. Beat Fenerbahce in the playoff round. They've done very well in the Europa League this season. But, unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be for them tonight. The Villa players celebrating with the home fans. Here comes Amadou Onana, who was injured. Yeah, brilliant night for Villa. They fully deserve it. I think Forest definitely deserved to be going into this second leg 1-0 up. But Villa, they were absolutely superb. Like, genuinely superb. Wouldn't be surprised if Marinakis sacks him, LMAO. I mean, we can laugh about it, but I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, he shouldn't be. He absolutely shouldn't be. Pereira's done brilliant since he came in. Obviously, tonight is a bad night, but this is Forest's first loss in like 11 games. He's done a brilliant job, Pereira. But Marinakis is very ruthless. But, I mean, if they are going to make a change, make it in the summer. What is the point? There's 3 games left. what this also means as well, I mean, it's not as big as obviously Villa getting to a final, but Aston Villa's home game against Liverpool will be rescheduled to Friday the 15th of May, and Man United Forest will stay as Sunday 12:30 kickoff 17th of May. Yeah, because both games were scheduled for that time, Sunday 17th of May, 12:30. But Villa, to prepare for the Europa League final, their game gets moved 2 days back. I'll do a watch-along for both those games as well. Aston Villa, Liverpool, May the 15th, and then United Forest, 17th of May. Speaking of watch-alongs, I'll be doing another watch-along tomorrow. Championship playoff semi-finals get underway. It's Hull City against Millwall at the MKM Stadium, the first leg of the Championship playoff semi-final. 6th against 3rd. Really looking forward to it, and I hope to see you there tomorrow on the Frank Thinks YouTube channel, as always from 7:45. Where was that performance against Spurs, and then what happened to Forest after their performance against Chelsea? Honestly, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure that apart from Tottenham fans and obviously Birmingham fans, because obviously the rivalry, pretty sure everyone wanted Villa to win that game against Spurs, and they were absolutely shocking. I know they rested players, but still, they had Morgan Rogers started, Matty Cash started. Did Buendia start? No, I don't think he did. But no, they still had more than enough good enough players to. They still had more than good enough players to beat that Spurs team. Who you got winning then? Well, Europa League, Villa. Yeah, I think Villa will do it. I mean, I'll predict the scoreline. It might change based on how Villa's last few games go, because obviously, I mean, funnily enough, the Europa League final is before the Premier League season finishes. Yeah, Europa League finals on the 20th of May, 13 days' time, and then the Premier League season finishes 24th of May. I think for Villa, they just need to get the Champions League wrapped up. I do really hope they finish 5th, because I would love to see 6th place get. I hope Villa finish 5th and win the Europa League, because it means 6th place will play in the Champions League next season. Right now, that's Bournemouth. It might not be Bournemouth, it might be Brighton, it might be Brentford, but whoever it is, 6th place getting Champions League would be amazing as well. Oh, no, you meant the playoffs. Sorry. The playoffs. I think... I didn't actually say this in my video earlier. I didn't actually say who was going to win the playoffs. I just said who was going to get to the final. If I had to say right here, right now, if I was putting a bet on it, Southampton. I think Southampton have been absolutely amazing this calendar year. They've only lost 2 league games. They haven't lost a championship game since January the 17th, which funnily enough was against Hull City, who are one of the teams in the playoffs. The only domestic game Southampton have lost since then was the FA Cup semi-final to Man City. And they were 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go. They could have easily won that and got to Wembley. But in terms of who's going to win, I think Millwall... I think tomorrow will be a draw. I think it'll be Hull 1, Millwall 1. And then second leg, Millwall will win 2-0. So they'll win 3-1 on aggregate. I mean, I said this in my video earlier, but yeah, I'll go for it again. And then Middlesbrough, Southampton. I think Southampton win both legs 2-1. They're at the Riverside first. I think they'll win that 2-1. And then St Mary's for the second leg, they'll win 2-1. And then it'll be Millwall, Southampton final. As much as I would love to see Millwall in the Premier League next season, I would absolutely love it. I do think it will be Southampton who do it, because I just think they're on the best form at the moment. I would be very surprised, though, if it is not a Millwall-Southampton playoff final at Wembley. I think Hull and Middlesbrough can do it, but Hull just about scraped into the playoffs on the final day, and Middlesbrough's form recently hasn't really been up to the standard it has been for most of the season. So, yeah. But again, I predicted Forest to go through tonight, and Villa have just beaten them 4-0 and then 4-1 on aggregate. So don't trust my predictions, guys. But yeah. The link to my recent YouTube video is in the chat, guys, if you want to check that out. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I don't know how many subscribers we're on now. I assume we're still on 285, but still, that's brilliant. I said earlier today that I would love to get to 285. We were on 281 at the start of the day. I was saying, could we get to 285 today? I think it's definitely possible, and we've managed to do that. Just every single day we're getting loads of subscribers. It's absolutely brilliant. I honestly appreciate your guys' support so much. Genuinely means the world, man. Oh, Stilian Petrov is on punditry tonight. He was at Villa for 6 years, 2006 to 2012. Is that Lee Hendry as well? I thought Lee Hendry was on Sky. But yeah, he's on TNT as well for this game. It might not be Lee Hendry, but it certainly looks like him. Is it Lee Hendry? I think it is. Unless if it isn't, that's a very good lookalike. No, it's Andy Reid. Bloody, I thought it was Lee Hendry. Genuinely, Andy Reid and Lee Hendry look the same. I honestly thought, I mean, I could tell, I mean, Lee Hendry's voice is quite, like, deep, isn't it? Well, no, not deep, but, like, yeah, that's Reid, yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Lee Hendry. They look, but genuinely, you can't tell me that Lee Hendry and Andy Reid don't look the same. But, yeah. Yeah, Lee Hendry had 2 spells of... Not Lee Hendry, bloody hell. Andy Reid. Andy Reid had 2 spells of Forest. Yeah. I'm sure he would not have liked to have watched that performance tonight. I mean, I would have liked a more competitive semi-final. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got loads of goals, 4 goals, can't really complain. But when I say more competitive, I mean, I would have loved it to go extra time. Yeah, Forest just got absolutely tore apart in that second half. To be fair, first 10 minutes they were all right, but then as soon as they gave that penalty away, I feel like their confidence just went completely out the window. Yeah, not a good night for Forest. Their next Premier League game, Newcastle at home. I couldn't even recognise Petrov. I remember when he had cancer. Good to see he's doing well. Oh, really? Stilian Petrov had cancer. Oh, he doesn't still have it, I assume. Well, no, he wouldn't be on punditry if he still had it. But no, honestly, I did not even know that. But yeah, that's brilliant to see he's doing well. Obviously on punditry tonight. Yeah, he looks well as well, which is very good. But yeah, genuinely, I didn't even know that. You learn something new every day. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, the Freiburg fans have invaded the pitch. Obviously, they knocked out Braga tonight. 4-3 on aggregate. Yeah, they're just invading the pitch. That's brilliant. I like to see that though. I like to see fans invade the pitch. It's a big I think it's a big moment for Freiburg. I mean, I don't know how they're doing in the Bundesliga, but obviously qualified for the Europa League, so they did well last season. How are they doing this season? Let's just have a quick look. Freiburg this season in the Bundesliga they're 7th. They're in a Conference League place. So yeah, Freiburg against Aston Villa, Wednesday the 20th of May, the final. I'll definitely be doing a watch-along for that. And I'll also be doing a watch-along for the Conference League final, which is a week later on the 27th of May, Crystal Palace against Rayo Vallecano. Yeah, I'm delighted for Palace. Delighted for Villa as well. I mean, I didn't mind who it was tonight, whether it was Villa or Forest. But yeah, for Palace, it's amazing. Conference League final. Wow. I mean, I did predict them to win it, but like at the start of the season, but just because they're the English team, and it seems like the English team always wins the Conference League. Obviously, West Ham did it, Chelsea did it, Villa didn't do it, funnily enough. They were in the Conference League 2 seasons ago. They lost in the semi-finals to Olympiacos, who ended up beating Fiorentina in the final. But yeah, amazing night for Villa. John McGinn, the captain, stepping up in the big moments, scoring twice. 2 very good finishes as well, past Ortega. Mon the Freiburg. Who do you support, Kieran, mate? You haven't actually said. Yeah, I'm actually quite curious to know now. English team in each final. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Arsenal in the Champions League final, Villa in the Europa League final, Palace in the Conference League final, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if Palace and Villa can win their finals, that'd be great. Let's hope Arsenal don't. Yeah, PSG, Villa and Palace, European champions this season, please. Please and thank you. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to all 3 finals. They should be good. Yeah, I mean, I think this is like the most exciting time of the season. So many finals coming up. FA Cup final, Championship playoff final. Obviously, playoff semi-finals like starting tomorrow, but I mean, obviously the playoff final will be coming up in about 2 weeks. Then you've got Champions League final, Conference League final, Europa League final. So many finals. Premier League final day as well. Yeah, so many amazing watch-alongs coming up. But obviously tomorrow we've got Hull Millwall. Saturday, Liverpool Chelsea in the Premier League. Sunday, West Ham Arsenal in the Premier League. West Ham Arsenal for me is one of the biggest games of the season so far because it's massive for both teams. West Ham obviously trying to stay up, Arsenal trying to win the title. Oh, you're a City fan. I'm a United fan, mate. No, but look, I do appreciate you being on the stream, mate. Hence why I wasn't impressed with Anderson. Yeah, I mean, can you let us have Anderson? You don't need Anderson. You've got Rodri. You haven't really got anyone else. No, we can have Anderson. And you probably do need to. You need to replace Bernardo Silva. To be fair, unfortunately, I do think Anderson will go City. I just think, yeah, it seems like City are leading the race for him. But I don't think. No, it's not out of the realms of possibility that we sign him, but he's going to cost so much money. So much bloody money. I'll be watching from Vegas. Oh, yes, you will, Dad. Yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't impressed with... I mean, I wasn't really impressed by any Forest player tonight. I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm just trying to think, was there a Forest player who actually played well? Not really. Surely no Forest player on FOTMob got a green rating. Surely not, right? The only player that did, Nicholas Dominguez, got 7.4. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He was probably the best of a bad bunch. Yeah. Oh wait, was that Chris Wood's chance? I swear that was given offside. I saw the linesman had his flag up. But to be fair, if he scores, obviously VAR would have checked it. But yeah, what a chance. If he scores that chance, was that the only big chance Forest had as well? Yeah, it was. Going to be difficult to replace Bernardo. Is Anderson a £100 million player? To be fair, before tonight, I've been buzzing at the idea of getting him. So have I, mate. So I think Elliot Anderson is absolutely brilliant. Definitely one of the best midfielders in the league. But honestly, don't get me wrong, Bernardo Silva, as a player, as a person on the pitch, to be fair, saying that, we got Bruno Fernandes. I think it's just, they're just passionate, I think. Yeah, but Bernardo Silva does annoy me sometimes. But as a player, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. He doesn't get as many goals and assists nowadays, but obviously he's playing in a deeper role, but he's been absolutely superb. It is going to be very difficult to replace him. I think Anderson would be a very good replacement. If you have a midfield duo next season of Rodri and Anderson, just save some players for the rest of us. Honestly, we need to get Anderson. I feel like we need Anderson more. I know, obviously, you guys need to replace Bernardo Silva, but we've got Casemiro and Mainu. Obviously, Casemiro's leaving, and Ugarte's probably going to leave. By the start of the transfer window, we'll probably only have one midfielder, which is Kobbie Mainu. And don't get me wrong, I love Mainu, but he can't do it on his own. Yeah, ideally, Anderson. Hopefully, Tchouaméni. Hopefully, Tchouaméni's chances of coming to United are strengthened with the fact that he had a scrap with Valverde earlier. Yeah. And apparently, if Real Madrid are going to sell him, Tchouaméni wants... If Real Madrid are going to sell Tchouaméni, they want 70 million for him. I think that's a bargain for a player of Tchouaméni's quality, especially in this day and age. Considering that Anderson, Forest won 120 million for him or something, it would be at least 100. Yeah, Tchouaméni for 70, that is an absolute bargain for a player who's been at Real Madrid for the last 4 seasons. That'd be an amazing sign. I want Gibbs White. I think he's unbelievable. Imagine him and Cherki. Where would he fit though? You've got Doku, Cherki, Semenyo, and Haaland. Where does Gibbs White? I know people like to talk about squad depth. Ultimately, Gibbs White. But the thing is, Gibbs White is going to cost a lot of money as well. And are you really going to spend that much money on someone who's not guaranteed to be a regular starter? Because for me, Cherki is definitely the main number 10 at the moment. He's absolutely brilliant. Kieran, what's your thoughts on the Pep situation? Do you think he'll stick around for another year, or do you think he'll leave? I think if you win the league, I think he'll call it a day. Because I expect you to beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and if you win a domestic treble, it's not even been your best season as well. I don't think you've been that good really, but you could walk away with a domestic treble. And yeah, what a way that'd be for Pep to leave. Camavinga will be up for grabs from Real Madrid. I prefer Tchouaméni, but I like Camavinga as well. I think Camavinga would cost cheaper. He'd be cheaper than Tchouaméni, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I think the fact that Tchouaméni had a scrap today with Valverde, I wouldn't be surprised. But the thing, Real Madrid are not going to let Valverde go. I could definitely see them let Valverde's the captain, isn't he? They're not going to let him go. And ultimately, he was the one who got punched, not Tchouaméni. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But this summer transfer window, I can't wait for it. Genuinely, there are so big summer for United, big summer for City. Obviously, because Pep could leave. Obviously, Bernardo Silva leaving. Big summer for Liverpool as well. Obviously, Salah leaving. Robertson leaving. Arne Slot likely to stay. They're going to need a big window. Big window for Chelsea. Obviously, don't know what manager they're going to have at the start of the season. You could say the same for United as well. I don't know what manager we'll have next season. I know it's probably likely to be Carrick. If it's Carrick, I'm more than happy for it to be Carrick. I just feel like as time goes on, who is going to come in and do a better job? obviously the dream is Luis Enrique, but what I also am is very realistic. He's not gonna join, is he? Why would he leave PSG? He's potentially going to win his second Champions League in a row. He's going to want to build a dynasty there, and just stay there for apparently he's close to signing a new contract. Don't blame him. He lives in Paris, brilliant city. Well, I've never been, but it's Paris. Like, apparently, I'm sure that Paris is very good. But yeah, living in Paris, winning trophies every single year. Like, honestly, it's absolutely... what a job he's done. Again, but honestly, I do feel like if we were to get Luis Enrique this summer, this would be our Pep to City moment. Because, obviously, I think Pep is the reason why City are who they are today, really. I know, obviously, before he came in, they won 2 Premier League titles, but they hadn't won the Champions League. They hadn't won a treble or a domestic treble. So, yeah. Sadly, I think he's gone after this season. Can't blame him. He's been here for 10 years. Manchester ain't the best place to live, is it? He wants to relax. He's not getting any younger. Yeah, I mean... I think it does depend what you do in the Premier League and the FA Cup. You can't lose another FA Cup final, though. No. You've lost the last 2. You cannot lose 3 in a row. Especially to a Chelsea team who have lost 6 Premier League games in a row. But yeah, I think if Pep was to leave this season, I think this would be a good time for him to leave. I'm not just saying that because I want it to happen, being a United fan. But no, Pep has been an absolutely incredible manager in the Premier League. Has been so successful. But can I just say, the fact that he could be leaving after 10 years, it just shows you why Sir Alex Ferguson, for me, is the best manager in the history of football. 27 years he was at United. Almost 3 decades. Same with Arsene Wenger. He was there 22 years. And the fact that Klopp left after 9, Pep could be leaving after 10. It's incredible. The longevity that Sir Alex and Wenger had is unbelievable. It's genuinely unbelievable. A lot of people don't like Maresca, but I think he's a solid option. He knows the City setup as our youth manager assistant. I honestly think Maresca is the best choice. I really do. I think it does make perfect sense. He was the assistant when you won the treble. I think that makes perfect sense. Thing is, if it's not Maresca, who else is it going to be? Is it going to be Company? I think Company would. I could definitely see Company managing Man City one day. Maybe not now. I think he needs to get a few more experience. It's crazy saying that considering how well he's doing at Bayern, but obviously at Bayern Munich, you've got a lot of amazing players, so you are going to win a lot of games. But yeah, who else is there? Maresca, Company, Xabi Alonso maybe? I mean, I think Liverpool should be going for Xabi Alonso, really. I don't know why they're keeping Arne Slot. They've lost 19 games in all competitions this season. They could lose 20. Who they got? Chelsea, Villa, Brentford. I can see them losing one of those games. Liverpool could finish the season with 20 defeats and they're still keeping Arne Slot. Just because they could finish in a Champions League spot. But they're going trophyless. And yeah, if there was only 4 Champions League spots next season, they'd be in trouble. Because it would be between them and Villa. Because obviously United, we've already confirmed it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I honestly, don't get me wrong. I'm happy they're keeping Slot because I don't really rate him. I honestly think most of his success last season purely stemmed from Mo Salah being arguably one of the best players in the world, and the fact that it was Jurgen Klopp's team. The only signing that Slot made was Chiesa, and Chiesa can't even get on the pitch anymore, or barely. But I think Maresca would be the best choice at this moment in time. I think Xabi Alonso would suit Liverpool more, or Xabi Alonso could be going Chelsea, and then I think Vincent Kompany needs a few more years before he joins City. You could argue Bayern's a bigger job than City, and obviously Bayern are a much bigger club, but as I said, Bayern Munich is in the Man City in the Premier League, Champions League every year. Bayern Munich, Bundesliga, you win it every year. So, I think Kompany needs to probably win the Champions League or at least get to the final before maybe City consider him. I don't think would he want... it sounds weird saying it considering obviously he's a City legend, he's been there for so long. Would he want to leave Bayern at this point? He's got a good thing going there. I think he'll probably want to win the Champions League there before he considers resigning. Or again, he could build a dynasty there. We'll have to wait and see. He did great at Chelsea. If you look at that squad he managed compared to how he's performing now, hopefully convince Enzo to join us too. You want Enzo Fernandez? I rate Enzo Fernandez, but I don't think he's... I don't know, man. I think you can get better players than Enzo Fernandez. That's just what I think. And he's going to cost so much money as well. But to be fair, Enzo link up at City. It might work out. But yeah, he did. I must say, Maresca did a brilliant job at Chelsea. I wouldn't mind him at United. The only reason I don't want him, genuinely, this is the only reason I don't want him, because the other stuff, like, I think he's a brilliant manager. His tactics are very good. It's just the City connections. I don't really want United's manager to have any City connections. And that's why I don't really want Xabi Alonso in charge either, because obviously he has Liverpool connections. I know some people might not see it as that big of a deal, but to me it is, because at the big clubs like United, Liverpool, Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, these are not just football clubs, they're institutions, and they have their own philosophy, they have their own DNA. It's not going to be Man United DNA if Maresca or Xabi Alonso's in charge, is it? Because they've got connections to other clubs. That's why, I mean, I'm not being funny. Our director of football and our CEO both came from City. Not direct. Well, Barada came directly from City, but Wilcox was at City, then went to Southampton, and now obviously at United. But yeah, I just think I want to. That's why I'm more than happy for Carrick to be manager. And that's why I think it would be even more amazing if Carrick was to be a success at United, purely because, obviously, he's a club legend. Like, imagine a club legend as your manager winning the Premier League or the Champions League. It would just be the dream, man. I think Carrick can do it. If he's backed well in the summer, I'm not saying we'll win the Premier or the UCL next season, but I think we can challenge at least. I think we can challenge for the Premier League next season. Genuinely, we're only 12 points off this season. Okay, one game a week has probably helped us because we can only focus on the Prem, and because we didn't have any Europe and got knocked out in the first round of the Cups, or the first round that we entered in the Cups. But we're only 12 points off Arsenal, and honestly, so many games this season we should be winning. We lost to 10-man Everton, we lost to 10-man Newcastle, drew to West Ham, drew to Tottenham, drew to Forest, drew to Bournemouth, and we were ahead 3 times in that game. Drew to Wolves at home, who before that game had lost like 12 games in a row. Drew to Leeds, drew to Burnley, lost to Leeds. Drew to West Ham. There are so many games this season where we should be winning. Even if you turn half of the games that I've mentioned into wins, we'd be in a title race. We're only 12 points off. And we're only, how many points off City? Like 7? We're only 7 points off City. This is what I mean. No, I genuinely think if we, again, I'm not expecting Ineos to get the recruitment right this summer because, I mean, to be fair, they did last, well, I think we needed to do more. We needed to sign a midfielder, but Cunha, Sesko, Lamans and Bumo, very good business. But if we're going to challenge for, I mean, they want to win the Premier League in 2028 because that'd be the 150-year anniversary of Man United. So, which is obviously ambitious, but obviously got next season and then the season after is when they want us to win the league. Yeah, I think they've nicknamed it Project 150 to win the league 150 years after the club was founded. I think it can happen. Obviously, I'm going to be biased. If we get the recruitment right, if we sign 3 midfielders, a left winger, a left back, maybe another striker and a centre back. I don't know if we're going to do that all in this summer, but we managed to spend over 200 million in the summer. And managed to spend over 200 million in the summer without any European football. The fact we've got Champions League, and obviously our revenue is amazing every season because obviously 75k seat stadium, shirt sales, ticket sales, it generates so much money. And also, what else was I saying? What other income is there? Player sales. We're getting like 40 million for Højlund, could be getting maybe like 30 for Rashford, maybe 20 for Onana, 20 or 25 for Ugarte. We'll generate for me hopefully definitely over 100 million in sales. So that's 100 million in sales plus at least 200 million because that's what we spent last summer without any European football. I genuinely think it sounds... I mean, Liverpool had a £450 million window in the summer. I know it's not really worked out for them, but because I don't think they made the right signings. Why did they sign both Ekitike and Isak? Why did they sign Frimpong to play as a right back when he's not a right back? Why did they sign Kerkez to replace Robert? Well, I thought Kerkez at the time was a good signing, but he's not been great. Why did they sign Wirtz when they had a midfield 3 last season of Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and McAllister, which won the league, and then you're bringing in a number 10, and then ultimately one of them can't play? Or they could all play, but one of them will be playing out of position. I don't think Rodri will renew. We need at least 2 midfielders. Enzo over Anderson priority for me. You take Enzo over Anderson? I wouldn't. I rate Enzo, but I just think Anderson's brilliant. Maybe it's English bias, but Anderson wasn't great tonight, but I just feel like he's absolutely superb. The fact he's doing what he's doing in a Forest team, imagine what he could do in a City or a United. Honestly, he'd be one of the best midfielders. Well, I think he's one of the best midfielders in the league anyway. Same with Enzo, but are you not a little bit concerned about Enzo's attitude problem? Because obviously in the international break, obviously saying how much he loved Madrid and would want to play there one day, which is why he got banned for 2 games. As a footballer, he's very good, but yeah, I don't know. Rodri, when does Rodri's contract run out? It's not this summer. I think I think he'll go Real Madrid. Honestly, I think it's destined for Rodri to play for Real Madrid. But yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to this summer transfer window. It's going to be great. Loads of videos planned for that as well. But yeah. Okay, guys, I think that is where I'm going to end the stream. What a night for Aston Villa. Aston Villa 4, Nottingham Forest 0, 4-1 to Aston Villa on aggregate, which means they will play Freiburg in the Europa League final on Wednesday the 20th of May. And of course, Crystal Palace are through to the Conference League final, and so are Rayo Vallecano. So Palace against Vallecano, Conference League final on the 27th of May. Very disappointing night for Forest. Commiserations to them. But congratulations to Villa and Palace, the 2 English teams getting to a European final tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Whether you've been here since the start of the stream or joined at any point, I really do appreciate every single one of you. We had 285 subscribers this stream, so I really do want to say thank you guys for that. Don't forget to like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for Hull City against Millwall in the first leg of the Championship playoff semi-final, 7:45 on the Frank Thinks YouTube channel. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys.